think we did. Just about. Ooh. Crafting. Hold on. Ooh. Priorities, right? I'll try to keep an eye out for that. And otherwise, what is up, everyone? This is Coffee with Soul. I'm your host. We're going to chat. We're going to talk. We're going to look at dates. Dates. It's something that it's like a national pastime for me. So we're going to look at like kind of the when of everything that's going to be happening for the remainder of the expansion again. And, we typically have to like kind of go in and revise stuff because there's like a little bit of new information that we're getting that's it's not really changed anything, but it just helps to illustrate the context or to kind of give us a ballpark idea, mentally prepare ourselves for what's going to be happening over the course of the next few months, because it's going to be busy. I don't think they're going to answer. It's funny, sometimes I'll answer someone's request on trade for like a craft, and I won't get word from them for like long minutes, like 3 or 4 minutes. And I would think to myself, okay, they've definitely found someone else, whatever, I'll move on. And then I might start switching, or I might start doing other things. Then all of a sudden, oh, great, cool, let me go ahead and send stuff over. And I'm like, what were they doing for the past several minutes that didn't let them reply? I mean, it could have been they did talk to someone, and then that someone just couldn't come through, or they went AFK, or something might have happened there. But I don't know. Like, perhaps I should ask in like an exit interview. Okay, great. I hope your experience with my crafting services was adequate. If you can take just a moment of your time to answer a few questions, and you'll enter a drawing to get 10 gold. Perhaps that should be it. I don't know. Could be the bathroom, maybe something to eat, etc. I mean, so is that what happens? It's like, okay, they're like, LF blacksmith to do a thing. Boop. All right. And like, is that it? I really got to take a dump. Or it might have been like, oh, I really gotta go. All right, and then they run off. That could be it too. Let's give a quick hello to folks. What's up to Pug? You're the first person to say hi. What is up to Pooh Bear and Puddle Jumper and Darth, and to the rest of y'all? Quiet day, quiet start to the day. It's all good. We're the real ones, all right? Y'all and me, all right. What's up, Panda? I hope everyone's doing well. It's Thursday. Time is flying, man. This month is flying by, I think. At the same time, it's not. I'm trying something a little bit different. I guess you can't really tell on screen because the lighting's okay, but I actually have my window open and my blinds, or my curtains, which are usually blackout curtains, they're set aside because for the first time in forever, there's an actual cross breeze going through in the morning. That's amazing. That doesn't happen. I just have that, like, this house just happens to be unlucky to where crosswinds just, they go in the other direction. They go from, they go this way and not this way. I don't know if that makes any sense, but makes it really tough on summer months for the most part, because you don't really get that kind of thing happening. It takes that much longer for the house to cool down. It sucks. What's up, CM? And thank you very much to who? Thank you to Sonata. Thank you to Chris for being awesome. Yeah. Thank you for all you. No, thank you for help, for playing a part with keeping this channel going. I appreciate it. Times is tough, and it's very weird, and I know I haven't talked about that sort of stuff, but sometimes, like, most of the time, I'd rather just be that escape from reality. I'd rather deal with important stuff, like when stuff is gonna happen, So anyway, yesterday was kind of a big day because we got like official confirmation as to when the 11.25 patch is going to drop. It's going to drop the week of October 7th, which is awesome. We're going to get the Legion remix to start that, the start of that day. So we should expect everything to be busted. Now, maybe I'll ask the guild. maybe I'll poll the guild and I'll ask them, yo, are you guys interested in getting started that day? If most people are, and I'm assuming that we're gonna get AOTC by then, we better. Assuming so, excuse me, then I'll ask them, do you guys want to take that week off? You know, to do remix stuff. And then some people will be like, I'm not going to give a shit about the remix, and that's fine. So we might just go ahead and raid and do our thing. So that's it. Yeah, I'll see what they think. You know, might as well. Even though I count as like 50 votes, I'll see what I'll see what the team thinks of that. Or you know what? No. Like I'm not the type who's gonna be like, okay, you know, you guys do your thing. I'm gonna take the day off and I'm going to just do remix stuff. I don't do that. If other guildmates want to do that, then they're fine doing it. But since I'm like the guild dictator, for me to not do that, that's not cool. I don't consider that. I find that to be rude for a leader to do that. If people on the team want to do it, then cool. That's why I want to ask and see if, like, you know, see what they think. California's having a tropical moisture surge from the remnants of Tropical Storm Mario. Don't kill me, Nintendo. Ha ha ha. Okay. Will Blink and Boom Midnight launching? No. I don't want to go that fast. I mean, when housing starts, we'll see how I really react to it. But I have a feeling that housing's going to start and I'm going to be like a kid with a bunch of Legos. You know what I mean? Where I'll be like, oh, right, I'm streaming. But I'm like too busy just like goofing around with housing and stuff. So anyway, so a week of October 7th, that's when Remix starts, patch drops, and then we got like kind of this schedule-y sort of thing right here. You know, so we have like an idea of what's going on with like the different phases, but then here's kind of the surprise, is this December 9th Infinite Echoes sort of thing. Catch-up opportunities, remix content updates, and more rewards. They do plan on more stuff. More rewards I get because there's housing stuff that's going to be put in there, although we don't know exactly when early access housing is going to start. Catch-up opportunities, I figure that would be, you know, that's so that it seems like that's going to be more like a structured thing rather than Blizzard being like, oh man, you know, things aren't looking so hot. I think they have enough information to feel to where they feel confident about the growth rates that are in, you know, that they have planned for launch, and then they're going to do like more later. Of course, that translates for some players as, okay, so you want me to show up on December 9th? That's cool, right? And that's fine. As long as the folks who are here don't feel as bad, you know, they're not going to feel rushed. And I guess the whole thing about the design of an event like this, because it's designed to be very long, they didn't want it to only last like only a month, because December 9th, you know, I'll backtrack later, but you know, here's December 9th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full weeks. So some people are only going to spend their time in the remix here within this time frame. And so of course people are going to be like, well, why don't they just do that from the very start? Which they could, but there's going to be some consequences. Like let's say all these different boosts and all that stuff were here at the start. So here we go. You know, people are going to populate the remix during mostly this period at the very start, because that's when supposedly everything was kicked in. And then what happens for the remaining 2 months? There's going to be, you know, fewer and fewer people coming in, but then people will come around this time anyway. They're going to come during this last month, and what's their experience going to be like? I feel like it's going to be like slightly compromised, because the people who were there early on and finished everything, they're like, okay, I'm cool, I'm done. I'm not really going to show up for anything else. And then these people, it's going to feel as if it's the first month again, but there's like far fewer players who were participating with them, so then they don't really get to feel that whole, oh, I just want to ride your coattails or something like that. Maybe it could be something like that. I don't know. Let's see. Let me read some chat. Kind of excited for Remix. I'm excited too. The minute that housing crafted items drops, I'm gonna go straight farming until it's live. I'm hoping I can get the zone drop item from Raids 2. I just did a brief 5-minute look and I found it confusing. I hoping I can get the zone drop item from Raids 2. I'm not quite sure what you're talking about, Galapax. What do you mean? Has there been any sort of confirmations or hints besides the glory or whatever achievements being part of unlocking stuff? Like glory of like the Legion Raider and all that stuff? I don't know. I am not sure. It's not something I can test because I already have all those achievements. So I can't really, yeah, I'm not really able to check that out, unfortunately. Fearing choice paralysis about how to set up my house. Well, there's no, so there, I mean, that's kind of that's going to be an interesting phenomenon because housing is the end game. It's not like there's a right or wrong answer to it. It's just like, hey, here it is. Here's the tools. Have at it. But there is no race. I mean, people are going to give themselves a race. Oh my god, I'm going to get everything that I can possibly get. And then Blizz, where's the content? And then Blizzard would be like, yo, this is user-generated content. You are the content. And then their mind will be blown. I'm going to be very curious to see how they do that. Right now I've got turbo, so the ads galore get me occasionally. Oh, okay. What I was asking Galafax is, what are you talking about? I didn't quite get what you're talking about when you're saying, I'm hoping I can get the zone drop item from Raids 2. Like the zone drop item? Yeah. You guys and ads. I mean, isn't there's a promo going on right now, right? I don't try to push people to like subscribe. There was one period where I was like, okay, I really want you guys to subscribe because there's like some program or something that's for streamers, but otherwise I try not to push it. If anything, I push people to use Twitch Turbo because that way you can watch whoever you want and all that's gonna be, that's good value, right? And I still get a little something out of it too. The zone drop Legion raids from the ensembles. Yes. You're always gonna get like this flow of gear. Yeah, you're going to be opening up boxes like on a really regular basis. And all of those are eventually going to get you the different appearances, even if you're like doing raids or whatnot, because chances are you're still going to be out and about doing things, because if you're trying to get like all the different appearances, you're going to get boxes. Boxes constantly give gear. So I don't know if Panda Remix, we got this. Yeah, you're going to get that. Now, one of the big differences between Legion Remix and Mop Remix is that there are no... the Mop Remix had weapons dropping all the time. And especially in raids, people had to go through the motions of, okay, let's slam the raids, because you get a drop, and then people will like beg others for like, hey, do you need that one? Can I get that? That's not happening in the Legion Remix. It's just slamming for power and bronze and all that stuff. So you're not going to be grinding raids and going through those motions. You'll be grinding other stuff for sure. Legion had that annoying thing where some sets had like world boss drops for some. No. The way it's going to be like the Mop Remix, where you're just going to keep getting gear. And then as your level and item level goes up, like the gear is going to alter a little bit, but you're definitely going to get everything. Yeah. I don't see a scenario where you don't get those kinds of ensembles unless you get fully carried through dungeon stuff and you don't open boxes, and you have to actively avoid doing things in order to not get certain appearances. You have to try. And that, I think that's going to be like a tough one. So anyway, on the week of the 21st, so 2 weeks after the patch, that's when the turbo boost will fully kick in. So I triple checked, and the week of October 21st is officially the 10th week of the season. Now, season 2 of War Within with Undermine and all that stuff, the turbo boost that kicked in the 10th week of the season. Ta-da! Hey, let's do the crest. Let's lift the crest caps. Let's trade Valor Stones and all that stuff. the week of the patch is going to introduce, I believe, only the increased item level caps. So hey, if you have extra gilded, go ahead and use it on these things so you can get like some extra item level. Like that's going to kick in right away. So you can think of it as like an early start to the turbo boost on the 7th, but the turbo boost really kicks in on the week of the 21st. That's when we're going to, see everything else. Crest caps lifted, Valorstone trading. We'll start seeing the quest for the gear stuff. And from the language of the post, it doesn't seem like it's going to have like the season 4 feel, where we can upgrade all the way to mythic. It looks like they're going to try to be fair again, and just do what they did for Undermine, which I don't think is a good idea. I personally think they really should lean into like the whole, hey, it's the end of the expansion, man. Let's just fuck around, people are going to be some people are going to be balancing their time around, oh, let's do remix stuff, let's do this, let's do some classic stuff, let's play some other freaking games, and I think incentivizing people with like just better gear because hey, it's the end of the expansion, whatever, I don't think that's so bad. Think of it like, think about how like during seasons 1 and 2 we got like a little bit spoiled with like a piece of gear that was like fantastical, and it took us to the next patch and all that stuff. I'm letting people have a couple of mythic level pieces if they just grind it out. I don't think that's so bad. And even then, not everyone's going to be able to max it out in anyway, because not everyone can get gilded crests even after turbo boost, because not everyone does a whole bunch of delves and all that stuff to upgrade all them crests and all that. Like, that's a big old grind, and some people aren't going to put up with it. So I don't think that's a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal. So patch itself is just Legion Remix plus turbo boost as far as we know. Yes. I mean, that's what it says here, so that's what we're getting. If we get surprises, we get surprises, but this is what is being offered to tell people, hey, you want to come in and play video games? And, that'll be it. I mean, if we got stuff like, oh, hey, there's like a cool quest line, like, cool, that'll take up half an hour or an hour, something like that. And then what? So this is the meat and potatoes of what's going to be happening. The other game struggle is real. Final Fantasy Tactics Remake is coming this month, followed by Pokemon Zulamon. I've been playing the crap out of Borderlands. I managed to. Did I play? I actually didn't play too much yesterday. I've only really been playing one character, and I only like dipped my toes in like other ones to just kind of try them out. But otherwise, I was having fun. I've been having fun with it. And I do encourage that for other people. People who are like, oh man, WoW's boring, I'm gonna play other games. They do it in such an angry way. And I don't quite get the energy. It's such resentful energy. I'm like, yo, you're talking about another game, get excited because you're gonna be playing another game. Cool. Unless you're like, oh, I want to be locked in a while. I want to live in this game for another 20 years and not play anything else. There's other games out there, man. Just enjoy it. Shit. I don't know. The world is angry. Just gotta relax. Maybe a surprise is a Legion super meta. I mean, there was evidence of a meta at one point, and then they pulled it out. So that could be a thing. That could possibly be a thing. Or they would just change their minds. They're like, what? Screw it. I don't think we're gonna go through with that. I mean, imagine if the Legion meta was like a whole shitload of artifact appearances. From a place called the Age May Hourte. What if that's a thing? I don't know. Maybe we do know. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know shit. Let's see. Phase 3 on the week of October 4th. Phase 4 on the 18th. And then finally, the guesstimation. I don't know why I did this. I totally screwed up my count when I did my estimations. I put like the 1127 estimate here on the 18th. I'm like, wait, no, it's not. Count, buddy. Here, let me do the counts again. So here's the start. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 weeks. Now, here's the thing. This remix final phase is a week after, and that has a hard date. You know, that is going to happen the week of December 9th, you know, with the catch-ups and all that stuff. So part of me wonders, are they going to push this patch out one more week? Because they can. I mean, they can do whatever they want. You know, because I think of this, the 1 week holiday weekend here for Thanksgiving, and I kind of feel like that would be a reason to push this out one more week, maybe. That could possibly be a thing, because we're getting into murky waters with the timing, right? But 11.2.7 is going to be big. 11.2.7 is going to contain all the information needed to launch early access player housing. So it's a patch that's not fucking around. It's going to be a big patch that will hopefully have some story that'll help us like go into midnight. But for the most part, I'm not going to care. I'm just going to do housing stuff and all that. So we'll see like within this time frame when it's going to start. Hopefully, I'm guesstimating that by then we'll definitely be into the alpha. As to what might be testable in the alpha, I don't know. Is housing going to be like really testable there, or is it going to be reserved for like a PTR space? I don't know, dude. But as soon as December hits, we're going to be entering like kind of unknown territory with like the dates, and then things might get like a little bit murky. But yeah, we do know the final phase is going to kick in around sometime here. I'm sure some of the additional rewards are going to include player housing stuff, which is going to be awesome. But then we only have another 5 or so weeks until the remix ends, the week of the 20th. What's up, End of Days? And so I have some guesstimations as to like what's going to happen here. So counting December, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The possible pre-patch could happen late January. I think that's the soonest estimate, which kind of fits because hey, you get the remix ending the week of the 19th. But for all we know, it might give or take a week, because maybe they want this to line up with the remix ending. If they wanted to do that, sure. And then we kind of get into like guesstimated territory as to like here's like the 10-week estimate. So maybe the pre-patch could come February 10th with respect to like the holiday break if they wanted to do like another delay. But we're pretty much looking at sometime in March. For actually I type out there 8 week. There we go. Yeah, we're looking at sometime in March for the official launch. It might be the last week of February for early access, but this is kind of the window we're looking at. That hasn't changed very much. It's just like some of the minor details that are being altered. I'm kind of rehearsing to for like the weekly, where I'll talk mostly about the dates. There's not too much, yeah. Because like last week I didn't do a weekly because I was doing just tons and tons of remix coverage. I'm like, okay, I'll take a break from the weekly. But then I'll probably talk the dates and all that stuff, some more reactions, and then questions too, like about like some of the details of the turbo boost. What's the deal with possibly not having like the long mythic upgrade track for the upcoming chips? I still think that's going to be like a cool thing. You're gonna say it's gonna launch on the 29th? I mean, I don't know what it'd be based on. I don't know what scenario that would work for, because it's like, if the final phase is coming out on the 9th, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, actually, so you're saying February 29th. So, if this patch comes here, and then the The pre-patch comes on the 27th. Oh, so okay. You are saying that 29th. Oh, never mind. I'm guessing early February to early March. Right now, something like that. I mean, it's been a safe guess. We've been kind of like, most folks have been making this guesstimate for like the past year, and the needle hasn't changed too much. It hasn't been so bad. It would be kind of a cool holiday thing to be like, okay, cool, housing around this time, and then you have like the holiday events going. Actually, let me turn these filters back on. So shortly after the anniversary event ends, that's when the remix thing will kick in. Winter Veil starts that week, but we guesstimate that endeavors are not going to be a thing. That the only thing that we'll be able to do with housing is, build a lot, but we won't be able to progress very far, because a big part of housing is like this whole housing development track where we gain levels or renown, whatever you want to call it. But we won't be able to gain experience, because in order to gain experience, we need to do neighborhood stuff, and there is no neighborhood stuff, so we won't get experience. So our houses are going to, they're going to be restricted to like a certain size. I don't know what. We'll see how that ultimately works out. Yeah. I mean, ahead of the alpha, how did it work last time? They introduced alpha, and it was a big, there was a big media dump. I was part of it. A bunch of people were part of it, where like at a certain time of day, the embargo was lifted, and then all you guys were just like, wow, just a sledgehammer of coverage and interviews and footage and all that stuff, and that was fun. I hope they do that again. I haven't heard anything, so I hope they do that, and I hope we get like a whole bunch of questions answered about like housing, such as, I don't know, but there's a lot of questions that people have. I guess like when, and also what's available, how's the progression going to work, and all that stuff. Because I have my guesses. How the hell are we halfway to October? I mean, it's fast. Time's been going by like kind of crazy. Hope it's not the first week of March. I'm going on a cruise. Oh no. You better tell that cruise to reschedule. Because it's like, yo, there's a WoW expansion coming out. You guys can't do this to me. But yeah, starting on, let's see, where's the patch again? Here's the patch. Somewhere in this mess is the patch. So here we are. All right, here we are. It's the 18th. Brewfest is coming next week. And that goes on for a couple weeks. Yeah, about 2 weeks or so. That's going to be cool. And then by that time, 11.25 comes out, Remix starts, Harvest stuff, Hallow's End. We don't know what the state of the spooky event is. Mentally, I'm just gonna write it off. I'm gonna pretend it doesn't exist anymore. Okay, I won't, but I'm just going to, assume it's not gonna happen. And if it does, cool. It might just be like a really small thing. It might not be like this, maybe they were just teasing something, but it's ultimately not going to be like a huge thing. It's just going to be something that takes place like during Hallow's End. So it's going to go on until, for these 2 weeks, and like that's it. So it might be a small thing. If there's housing stuff, I'm there. If there's not housing stuff, I'll be there as much as I absolutely need to be. And then I'll get back to like remix stuff. Alpha next week, maybe. I don't know. I mean, they did count in the they did their units of measurement used was weeks and not months. And so let's see, Gamescom was about a month ago. So we're about there. We're still in the realm of counting in weeks. So I'm gonna guess could be next week. I don't know. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they extend 11.27 in lieu of a season 4. during an interview, someone asked Ian Hazzikostas, is there going to be a season 4? And he was just like, he didn't even like take a breath for it. No, straight up, no season 4. And I was like, my heart, oh no. Yeah, so there is no season 4. Straight. This year's just blowing by. At the same time, it's going really slow. depending on how on the lens you put on, yeah. Depends on what country you live in. Time is going fast, but not that fast. So. What's the phrase? Maybe we live in interesting times / I really don't want to live in interesting times. But yeah, I'm not going there. I'm hoping for alpha stuff next week. But if there is, well, I guess if I did, anything that I would know, I wouldn't be able to talk about anyway. So everything that I say just might be lies. So why bother, I guess. Only people who did not live through interesting times would want to. Yeah, right? Yeah, nah, man. No. It's not fun. Anyway. I think that's it for the dates, right? Like that takes care of like all the cool shit. It's just a question of like, you know, these phases and more. So what is the and more? I'm kind of curious. Oh, people are going to be looking at this one to see like, okay, what else is going to happen on Broken Shore? What's going to happen on Deliverance Point? Is there going to be a mage tower thing? Blah, 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 blah. I'm feeling that it's no. Because it would be... no, I don't think there's going to be a mage tower. It would be pointless. It would have... Yeah, I don't know what it would do. Like... we would annihilate it. And there'd just be no point to it. So, I don't know. I do think that if they were to introduce something like a big Legion meta and then attached a bunch of artifact appearances and stuff to that, I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be pretty darn cool. And then gamers would be like, see guys, we did it. And I'll be like, y'all don't do shit. You guys were bitching about the mage tower. Bring back the mage tower. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude. And that would be the best way to do it. By doing, by attaching it to the Legion meta. Because if they attach it to the remix, then it's like, oh no, that, you know, the bitching is just going to change to, you know, here we go, Blizzard repeating history. I mean, we asked for it. Blizzard repeating history, bringing back, and you know, making artifact appearances FOMO again. So, yeah, I'm kind of looking towards that meta for something cool and neat. If there was a mage tower stuff, wouldn't there be a feat of strength there? They could always hide it if they really wanted to. But I don't see why they would. I don't see a point in trying to obfuscate stuff. I think what we see here, you know, coming here, this is it. I mean, the and more, I don't think it's going to be like, and we're going to blow your mind. I doubt that. I'm presuming no. This will be fun though. You know, going through the motions of having gone through the motions of the remix now, just in the testing that I've done, it feels... I don't have a great perspective because I'm a streamer, you know, and I this is literally my job, blah, blah, blah. It felt quite accessible, I think. It also felt like there was more for me to do. There were just more options. Mist by comparison was very limited. There wasn't a lot you can do. What did you have? You had quests, you had normal and heroic dungeons, and then you had raids with like the old lockout system and one raid that had mythic difficulty, and that was it. That was the extent of the Mist of Pandaria remix. Legion is just a big game because you have more difficulties with dungeons. You have a total of like all these different dungeons. You have more zone content. It's a lot more questing. You have world quests. You have other endgame layers that just didn't exist in the Mist Pandaria. I mean, they had dailies, but something more dynamic like world quests. That adds a lot more. And then later we're gonna have like the Legion Assaults. We're gonna have Broken Shore and those activities. I wonder if they're gonna bring back the Netherlight Crucible. They're not, because there's no artifact to interact with there. But that was a funny. That was just, to me, that's one of the funnier features that they've ever thought of as a patch thing. Like, oh, let's lean really hard on the whole Titan Forged RNG thing. Let's give these guys like these special relic slots that they have to replace by, you know, finding new gear and all that. So, hello to Tomolytic. What's up? Did I hear Nightborn being granted Demon Hunter animations? I am aware of a thread where Nightborn have had Demon Hunter animations for years. But nothing new on that. Yeah, nothing new on that. Are the PvP Tower world quests up in the remix? I don't know, actually. I never turned war mode on. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. That'd be cool, though, because that brings me back. Greymane's forces hold this tower. Break their ranks. Show no mercy. Yeah, that was like my anthem, dude. I remember doing that all day. Because Marks of Honor, that was the shit. Yeah, how did that work out again? You go in, I think you filled up a bar, kind of, and then a named NPC would spawn at the top of the tower. You defeat them, and then that's the world quest. Something like that. The map remix even lets you go war mode? I don't know. I don't think we did. Because I don't remember there being like PvP related stuff at all during that. It would make sense for them to be Demon Hunters, Nightborn, or just Hordes, Night Elves. I mean, the story needs to be written. So I'll be curious what sort of story the Nightborn need to become Demon Hunters. Yeah. Like, what's their jam? What's their beef with the Legion? Or, you know, what's their beef that they need to resort to becoming Demon Hunters to do that? I don't know. Oh, well. Rando Transmog farming time. There's a reptile to PvP getting kills in those world quests and the Falcosaur world quest. That's really hard to get done for most players. I have very little memory of that. How's the shield mog farming? It's good. I'm just kind of, I'm still waiting on certain things though. So like I'm mostly caught up with the things that I want to get. So I'm down to this. This is my list of shields to get. World drop. This is the world drop. This is something related to the Warlock class quest. So this is something I'll just get around to doing. This is doing rated BGs. I'll get around to it someday. This is the one unknown. I don't know where the hell this thing comes from. Yeah, I should have checked the PTR. Actually, let me check now to see if there's like any info on that. Yeah, because I don't know where this thing comes from. It says it comes from a quest, but I don't know what quest. Maybe it'll show up different. But I think this shield has been around for a while. So I don't think we're going to see a difference on the PTR. Never seen Tower Shield? Yeah, I don't know where it is either. Wowhead doesn't really know. Nobody knows. Here, I'll log into my post remix character now that the remix is done on the Peter. Demon Hunters also have voice lines for no mana, energy, or rage. Wouldn't look into the Nightborn Demon Hunter too much. Yeah, I mean, if it happens, it happens. Cool. But of course, we love to speculate. We love to be like, look at what we've discovered. Remix has ended. Your Time Runner characters have been transported to the main timeline. Remix event items have been removed. And what do I get? I get character boost stuff. Hell yeah, baby. 2% hazed. What sort of crime is that? How? It's so crit heavy. Crit mastery, crit verse, crit this. Okay, this has verse mastery. But yeah, so much crit. And oh man, that feels so mean. Anyway, what am I looking at again? I totally forgot. Tower shield. Tower shield. Appearances, shields, not collected. Shows me a bunch of shit. Tower. Still there. Still says quests. Tracking unavailable. Screw you. So this one I still don't know about. This one is a really big pain in the ass drop. It drops from a rare in Zereth Mortis that shares a spawn with other rares. So I think like every couple of hours, something's gonna show up, and maybe it'll drop this, which is infuriating. This is like, yo, give me a Shadowlands remix, because this is just not gonna be fun to farm for at all. And then this comes from this is like kind of a quest or a rare drop from Dragonflight World Quest, and then this is War Within stuff. So I have all the War Within stuff for the most part. The only thing I don't have is like this is a Raid Finder shield, which I'm sure I'll get at some point. Blizzard Forum Post mentions that this shield was added in Shadowlands beta, but didn't make it. Monstrous, dude. Monsters. The hatchet appearance got added as a different green item. Not sure about the shield. I mean, I want to just delete this thing. Just make it go away. May it forever be our white whale. But otherwise, I got almost everything. So I'm fairly proud of myself. It's just that some of these are a big pain in the ass, and some I just haven't really gotten around to. Like, I would need to find... I think someone here in chat had mentioned, oh yeah, I have the Warlock quest, and I think I just need to somehow farm for this. Like, I just need to keep killing some mob that will drop this. I just need to be with them when it happens. So I don't know how repeatable this process is. This thing is just a stupid world. This thing, I don't care if I never get this one, because this is just a stupid shield. If someone happens to find it for cheap, then great. But otherwise, you know, people are selling this thing for like 10 million or something like that. I'm like, no way, dude. That's not happening. It's gonna be annoying. We just started a Twitter campaign, Keck. We could start farming the world drop. Yeah, just go to vanilla. Have at it. Forever. No way, dude. No way. That ain't gonna happen. I like things that I can actually, like, you know, work towards and all that. The RBG one is probably gonna be like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I still have yet to do a rated battleground at all. I know that battleground blitz is the thing, but I just, yeah, I don't know. PvP is just hasn't been my jam for a number of years now. A good number of years. Just, yeah, not my thing. These shields are pretty cool though. I like these. I'm gonna like farming for them. All right, so what am I going to? Where am I going? Could farm the shield while getting vanilla mats for housing. No, but then I would just be doing other things. I wouldn't be killing stuff. You know what I mean? Ice Blood Shroud. Assault on Violet Hold. Oh, Christ. No, I'll wait for remix. No, that's not, I'm not doing that. Underwrought Normal. All right. Underwrought Normal. Okay, I will leave this thing up. So that way it gives me like that constant reminder of my next goal. Normal Underwrought. And my inventory is in a terrible, terrible state. I think I spent a lot of Valor Stones. I think I could just get around to getting rid of these extra items, right? 1117? Sure, good enough. And then I have a bunch of other stuff that I need to send over to... Shoot, I need to make new mailing filters, because there's like stuff that I try to send over to people. So let me try to... I'll subject you to this now. So So I need to make a... So I basically want to send a whole bunch of older materials, and some of these are just garbage. All these things, okay, that's other stuff. I just want to make sure that I'm sending a bunch of old things, which is like kind of hard to look through here. Too bad they don't have like, too bad TSM doesn't have like cool, clever filters with which I can easily like add stuff over, and it crashes. Oh, never mind. TSM sucks. TSM is just lame. Let's just go. I still have yet to find like a good mailing add-on that I can really like fall in love with. You can buy that shield appearance from a vendor from the Warrior Order Hall. Which one? A shield appearance from a vendor in the Warrior Order Hall. Okay, let me see what you're talking about. I have a warrior. Didn't I talk about how you'll eventually start doing a full completion of WoW? I mean, now that I'm mostly done with shield farming in like the old world, it's like, you know, what's next? You know, I was thinking of helmets, but the problem with all the things, I love all the things. But what I would love for it to do is to track individual slot items instead of just all plate. I want to farm for like just helmets or just shoulders or something like that. But it doesn't do that. So maybe I'll do swords. You know, I could always do that as well. It can get very addicting. Now, I tend to be very, very narrow with my obsessions. I try to restrict myself. So like you'll notice, I don't really like. I did keys for the first time yesterday. Woohoo! Thanks to Fel and the guild for helping carry me and stuff. But it was a pretty cool experience. Like I did my first 10 ever in this expansion. Didn't time it. We missed it by only a few minutes. It wasn't like too bad, but we just were one of the hunters spec'd wrong, and they did like tank damage the whole time. I'm like, oh, I guess this isn't happening. but we still did pretty well. And otherwise, like I got enough gilded that I was able to make myself another max level piece thing like later on. So anyway, I'm going to Dalaran, right? Going to Dalaran. So Quartermaster Durnoff. Let's see if you happen to become my hero Mage Master. Oh, for the tower shield? Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be cool. Because, yeah, that's just annoying. I remember looking at Wowhead articles and, not articles, but I remember looking at the page for that particular thing, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on. Asked if it's possible in all the things to score. Yeah, I think I poked around there looking for like a fact or looking for something to at least communicate that to me, and I don't really see anything. So let's see, where is this person at? I'm not here very often at all. I can mount at least, so I'm looking for Quartermaster Durnoff, which is not you. I'll find it. Don't worry. I got eyeballs. There you go. Quartermaster. What's his face? Skyhold Bulwark. Not that one. Champ armor kits and other stuff. Yeah, don't see it here. Oh well. So oh yeah, that's not the right one. Yeah, the one that I'm looking for has like blue ribbony stuff. So Something, something, shields. Oh, never mind, I lied. It was red. But yeah, doesn't do the same thing. Let me buy it anyway. Nope. Not doing it. That's Buster. Oh well. Nice try. Yeah, and it looks the same. Boop. Oh, it's a different orientation. So apparently it's... yeah, no, this is actually different. Yeah, this is a different shield. This thing's got like flamey stuff to it, and the jewel is big and intimidating looking. This one's like, doo-doo-doo. Oh, I'm a baby. And then the orientation of how it's held is different as well. Man, that's troublesome. that's annoying, dude. But okay, they got me. Monsters. All right. So I'm going to Underrots. Normal Underrot. I think this is the thing that'll like get me going. It's like, you know, hey game or hey add-on, take me to a random instance, and I'll just go. It says it's from professions, but then it says it's from quests. What is it about it that's saying it's from professions? So like, shield. So if we look at, not that one. Yeah, none of these shields look right. And it's not like there are any Legion shields you can craft either. So yeah, I'm not quite sure which what profession you're referring to. Underrots. The game lies. How about that? Damn them. Alright, so the patch release is definitely the biggest news to come. Is going to be the biggest news coming out this week. I don't anticipate anything else coming, but I'm going to keep an eye open anyway, just in case. You never know. Something normal. All right, let's go. Let's go. Otherwise, I don't think there's any other big newsy stuff happening. Oh, there's the... Okay, here's the seasonal Wowhead tease. Here, we'll take a look at that in a bit. I'll tell you what I'm talking about in a bit, too. Like, what do you mean? A tease. Grr. Ooh, wrong way. It is... there we go. Yeah, that's what folks were talking about. That it was added. It was added into the game data, but it's not obtainable, which is a big shame. So, bread daggers and frosty finery trading post rewards data mine for winter 2025. Now, the thing is about this, like the dangerous thing about Wowhead posts like these is there's a very, very good chance that not everything here is going to be available. It's like, okay, we'll see one recolor, but not the other. Or they might change their mind and be like, no, let's just make this a shop item instead. Yeah, like, note that all these clothes may not be coming this winter. Perhaps some will be saved for future years. Yeah, so they're definitely like future-proofing themselves and just kind of laying down the tracks to let people get different versions of these to make, you know, the future trading post rewards feel a little bit different, but not too much different. It'll be different for people who show up, which is like cool, but then, you know, otherwise not so much. So we got Moose Creature with, ooh, I kind of like the colored horns on these. That's kind of neat. I dig that. And we got purple turkey. Purple lavender turkey with armor. A Rothy turkey. That's kind of cool. Is there a name for it? This is murky, prized, and quirky turkey. We got pets. We got water puppies, right? No armor though on these guys. It's still cute. And then food transmog, which is special. Whimsical tasty food items or data mine, several tints available with trader posts. You can find a full list of the other tints here. Okay, what are you talking about here? All right, so we got. I think wow, I totally missed this article. We got bread, different breads, rib axe. Oh, that's brutal. No, that's food contamination. I'd rather eat that stuff. Ooh, shields, nice. That's an easy must-have for me. You know, I think I did glance at this, but I guess this is while I was dealing with coded. So, and a carrot mace and offhand. That's adorable. Radishes, maybe if you want to call it that. Stew offhand. What I really miss. I really wish they did something with feasts to where you can customize what kind of feast you want to lay down, because I really loved, like, my favorite feast period is the Pandaria treasure card, or the treasure noodle card or something like that, where you straight up made a little cart and then you were passing out food, like you were the feast, and that was pretty sick. I really like that. That was peak cooking, and it's been a struggle ever since. I remember before that, during Cataclysm, the feast was a grill. It was a goblin grill. I thought that was very cool too. I miss things. Okay, we got corn as a mace as well. Another shield. Hell yeah. Food fanatic shield. I'm cool with that. A giant fork and spoon. I mean, you can say it's a shovel, but no, it's a big spoon. And then villager transmog, we've got apron. Oh, thank God, a full apron. That's not like busted looking. That's cool. I'm cool with that. And villager stuff, that's fascinating. Apron is a easy win. How much is that? 70. What about these forks and shields and other stuff? Do they have prices? No prices on those. Okay, actually they have them here on the other page. Okay, so yeah, 440 for those. No, I'm not gonna buy those. They're cool, but not that cool. I'm sure some of these other variations might show up elsewhere. Like, I'll maybe get one. Maybe get one. And then some of these other things are fairly cheap. So like the offhand. Oh wait, they're offhands. Offhand and main hand. Okay. So these are cheap. I'll definitely pick those up. Thank God. Thank goodness the good stuff is cheap. You know how folks are like, oh man, it's got to look badass, man. And that's like a trap. It's like, oh, you want the really cool stuff. Like, that's more expensive. It's like, no, give me the cheap shit. Because that's the stuff that I feel like has better quality to it. My opinion, though. It's just that my opinion's right. I was expecting the cartel rep the raid renowned Hinsat was involved with that. Shield is like the Zai trusty gear glider. Found this souls for the shield item database error. There's a data item called Tower Shield that appeared on the Transmog list, but was never actually released to players in retail or in game. Yeah, it kind of sucks. Kind of a bummer. I don't like these weapons. They're just way too gimmicky and dumb. ML? Gimmicky? It's food. How is that gimmicky? It's just food. I mean, if you don't like it, you know, it's all good. Hi, any date for housing access? Probably on the here. ish. So count on the first weeks of December for when early access housing begins. No later than December. Ish. Yeah, no later than that. So I definitely think it's going to be like something around here. Yeah. Yeah. So set a date. Okay, don't set a date, but now I love the non-standard stuff, like the Ninja Turtle the Ninja Turtle stuff. I thought that was dope. The fireworks thing that I I ended up picking that up from the trading post. I thought that was cool. All right, normal. Okay, normal. Good. Oh, but I aggro way too much. Shoot. Wait. Oh, actually, am I able to just mount up and go all the way like to the end? I would like to do that, if possible. No, actually, no, I'm looting gold. That's right. Yeah, I'm trying to be a little bit, I'm trying to be a little bit good about making some gold out of it. Metal pack always gets aggroed. It's a shame, isn't it? Gosh. Then here, okay, here I know I can like just kind of go to the end, but I forget which thing drops off a boss. So, oh, okay, it goes away. Shucks, that's kind of lame. Well, I just know I gotta clear this place. So I will. I wonder, I forgot what I was saying. I think I was strongly suggesting that the next each collector's bounty comes in every expansion. Just once per expansion. So that way it always feels like something new is being introduced whenever a new collector's bounty event begins. So that way people have something to do. Otherwise people will be like, well, I already have all the mounts, Blizz. Gar, where's the content? You know. So I'll be looking forward to coming back here to, and other places too. And at that, and by this point, it's going to be me mostly working on the, what's it called? Just transmog farming, just random transmog farming. I'll just like pick up whatever for fun. If I wasn't working on something, I'd find the clip for it to see the boss item and name. Oh, it's all right. No big deal. Yeah, these are like quick chill farms. Hey, look, a helmet. Yeah. It's the rare in the Oasis that drops a mount. Oh, the item was the base from the first boss? Okay. Alright, where am I going next? I'm going to Disneyland. Alright, so we're going to Turrets, Mechanics, Leg Wraps. Normal, Blackrock Foundry. Sure. Off to Foundry. I do, in fact, have that teleport-ish. Rimrail. So I'll just full clear the whole place. So that's the game. I'll let all the things tell me what raid or dungeon to go to, and I'll just wipe out the whole damn thing. Oh, not there. That's the dungeon, buddy. If anything, the motivation from the next Collector's Bounty event is, well, it might also include housing, but I have a feeling that when housing does launch, and once we do get an idea, like the 1127 PTR is going to be lit. Coverage of that is going to be like, all right, guys, you want to know where the housing is? Let's find the housing, you know. And so we'll be like pouring through the information and trying to find out what's where, and you know how the profession stuff is going to work, and so on and so forth. Hopefully, you know, all that's going to be a thing. And 1127 is going to feel kind of like the collector's bounty event. It's just that you know, instead of people who are super motivated looking for mounts, you're going to have housing people. Because housing people will become a thing. There will be a new demographic in this game called house people. I'm very good with names, by the way. I make up the best names. House people are going to be scouring the planet, raising the land, laying waste to all that lies before them for the sake of drapes and rugs and churs. Bitches love churs, and I'm a bitch. House collectors. You guys dare insist that you can think of a better name or a better vernacular, a better naming convention for the house people? I'm going with the house people. And I'm, you know, my current campaign for housing is I want alternate exterior housing. What do I mean by that? Glutton's kerchief. A neck. Wow, a neck. Oh boy, it's like Christmas. I want to go to my lots, and I don't want a house. I want something else that will let me kind of use my imagination to be like, no, this is my little TARDIS. I just want an outhouse. And I go into the outhouse, and then I go into my house. Or, and there's all sorts of cool things we could think of. Like what I think would be cool would be, I want my housing lot to not be a housing lot. It's going to look like a launch pad, right? And there's like a rocket, and then you go into the rocket, and then that teleports you to your house. And then I can kind of roleplay that my house is actually in orbit around Azeroth. If I wanted to, you know, kind of think of it like that. And then my house will be themed around, you know, engineering stuff and all that. Or it's just like this magic house that floats in the sky. And it's above Azeroth. And I get there because I hop onto a rocket and it takes me there. So like, it could be a rocket. It could be a Zeppelin or something like that. That takes me there. I think that'd be pretty sweet. That'd be very cool. I don't want to be restricted to a house. That's boring, man. So that's going to be the angle that I take. If I have an opportunity to bug a dev or whatever, like I could, but I don't know if they'll answer. They'll be like, this motherfucker's just trying to reach out like run speed dial. Fuck this guy, and they'll block me or something. That would be hilarious, tragic, and expected. I know I've been saying this a lot too. Give me a teleport pad. Give me a teleport pad, and then I just walk onto it, and then it teleports me to my house. That's it. I think that would be cool. You know, and so that way, the inside of the house, instead of having a door there, right? Instead of having a door, it's just going to be like this teleport pad, because that's the entrance. That's how I came in. I think that's fine. I don't need a house. You know, I don't need a housing exterior. Something boundless. What's boundless self-expression? Yeah, dude. Hook me up. I don't need a faction. You know, give me like the warrior thing. Give me just like this little mystical thing where I could just do like a heroic leap and like leap up and then I crash into my house or something like that. That'd be fun. That would be hella fun. So do it. Come on, Blizz. I dare ya. You know, people might be receptive to it because it's another option. The Housers. Housers isn't bad. We have mount collectors and transmog collectors now to slot in house decor collectors. Or, you know, housing people. Or house people. Come on. Oh, no, too far. Oh, I don't think that's... I think that's... Oh, no. Actually, that kind of worked out. I think I was barely in range. Mouse is being kind of jumpy lately. Okay, you can't do armor specific tracking, just weapon type tracking. Yeah, that sucks. Galafax, you should add a scope item there and be like, yo, we need to have slot specific tracking. I'm surprised that's not a thing. Maybe there's a technical reason behind it, but I would imagine that you know, being able to track a certain... Oh, dang it. Come on. No, come on. Come here. Closer. There we go. I'd imagine being able to track like certain armor slots, that could be a thing. They do it for weapons. Why not in armor? Maybe it's because I don't know, actually. Never mind. I'm trying to think of an excuse, but nothing's coming to mind. So no excuses, all the things devs hooked me up. Ooh, a breeze again. Oh, what an amazing day, dude. The Azeroth makers? House heads, no. Homeowner, no. Homeowners is boring. Alright, there we go. I want mine to be a lighthouse on the cliffside, then inside it will be a simple island decor downstairs and upstairs. You pass through a portal and enter an Erebos style room with both. I don't know what Erebos is, but I think it's probably very cool, right? And boop. Are the non-house people just going to be the homeless? No, they're called murder hobos. Don't call them the homeless. Call them what's accurate. Murder hobos. Villain from the Dragon Prince? I never watched that. So, the Azerites of history. Azerites of history. What about her story? It certainly does feel like a fantasy, you know. I get to have a house. Yay, finally. We call them the unhoused now. Right. Alright, wing 1 complete. How much gold am I getting out of this? Not terribly much, but as long as I'm doing like warlords and tougher stuff, then at least the gold is decent. It dips, the gold value seems to dip kind of hard once we go to like mists and earlier. So this drops off of Iron Maiden. Now, so since I'll go in that direction. Then I'll smash the rest. But yeah, give me like a rocket ship or like a balloon, and I click the balloon, then it takes me somewhere. That'd be cool. The other thing that I would really love to have, though, I know this would be an even tougher ask. I would want the ability to remove the walls in a particular room. So, like, you know, you have like the main lot thing. If I want to take out both the walls and the ceiling. That way, it can have the illusion that I'm outside. That'd be sick. That'd be freaking sick. I would love that. Then I can customize what the skybox is, and then I can give the illusion that my house is located somewhere else. Or I can create this whole illusion of, you know, this being like a super, super magic house. So like one room, the skybox looks like the twisting nether. The next room, it's like daylight. The next room again is like nighttime. That'd be neat. You know, then it can almost feel like as you're going from room to room, you can change the divider from, you can just alter stuff and put in like, you know, particle effects to make it look like you're going through a portal into like something else. And it's like, ooh, look at this fancy shit here. It's wild because, you know, being in this realm of user-generated content, the sky is the limit. And how do you develop for that? It's just keep going, you know, and don't stop. But there's no end to it because there's no end to players' imaginations. So just take back the acronym HOA Homeowners of Azeroth. Ah, that's not a bad one. And I want a waterfall. Waterfall would be dope. Secret waterfall. And then what's behind that? The kitchen, of course. Hey guys, you want a sandwich? Just come behind the waterfall. Or you can, or here's like an arena. That's the other cool thing. You know, it'd be really cool if they were to eventually allow PvP to happen somehow, some way, like in the form of duels. That'd be really neat. Like imagine one of the most popular spots in the game is like someone's arena. Just some player made an arena, invited their buddies, it became popular, and now everyone just goes there for like you know, ad hoc PvP. That'd be pretty cool. I hope since they have fountains, we'll have some type of flowing water. A lot that I can do with that. Oh, that'd be like a whole system unto itself. Flowing water, electricity, power, and all that stuff. Here's something that I want to see. That I'm surprised it's not a thing. But let me link it or show you the picture of it. You know, the pre-order stuff that we saw, like that's cool and everything. You know, seeing like the War Within stuff, but what I'd really like to see is this. Give me this in front of the house. I know it's, you know, we can sell and fucking horde bias. Shut up. Just go away. But give me this. Give me a replica of this. And don't make me pay real money for it, please. This would be really cool to have. Yeah. Anyway. Endless wishful thing. Did I kill? No, I didn't kill Kaiba's. I forgot about her again. Yeah. I'm busy with other stuff. Farming Transmog and all that. I know I'm capable of doing it. I just haven't gotten around to it. I was talking about this the other day. The fact that I couldn't get it in the, you know, before the actual season started, it totally demotivated me from getting it done. So now I'm like, I'll get to it. I'm a weird one. Like if I didn't get if I couldn't clear the mage tower for protection paladin, you know, back during the Legion days, if I couldn't clear it in time, I would be seriously demotivated from finishing it. My sense of pride would have been shattered. Seems like a good candidate for a neighborhood unlock. That would be cool. Yeah. But I feel like, you know, that statue specifically, I feel like that's not really thematic to be like, okay, this is a horde thing. I mean, people will say it because obviously it's a big orc on a wolf. But I'd like to think that, you know, that kind of breaks the whole fourth wall and goes into like, no, this is just celebrating Warcraft and Blizzard and all that stuff. You know, so give me a really, really cool alliance based one too. But I want that statue. It just feels right. I want flowing lava for the dwarven part of the house. That'd be pretty cool, too. Like, just throw down, like, a floor lava effect. That, of course, can kill you. Like an Ozcat, have the skybox look like a Void Cosmos. I want that for some. That'd be cool. That'd be really neat. I guess the orc statue could be a BlizzCon 2026 ticket holder reward. Could be. That'd be pretty neat. Oh, right. I think they're doing the RP, right? Oh, no. I always forget these guys. Always. Every time. Because they're stealth. They're underwater. How would you know? Alright, so I came here for these turret mechanics lug wraps. Nope, not this time. Oh well. If we get mannequins that we can use a Transmog system on to piece together our favorite Mog appearances on it, I would have it be possible with / emotes. That'd be cool. I would totally make like dioramas and stuff. Especially depending on the kinds of emotes that you can use. Because then you can make a sort of like collage for your raid team or something like that. Or recreate scenes in Warcraft. Or recreate like, hey, here's a funny thing from a sitcom, but it's going to be all like, you know, target dummies and or you know, all WoW dummies and stuff. That'd be fun. Like I said, there's no shortage of ideas that people can come up with. Like user-generated content is really like that rabbit's hole. Just make a good one of Varian Rin. He's popular enough in and out of game. Yeah, it's like the final scene, like him falling. No, just kidding. I want the trampolines from Thundertome used to jump to other levels, need underwater rooms and ponds, and add housing fishing to populate them with fish and water creatures. Lol. That'd be kind of neat. Don't you dare use order hall displays that just show off the helm and shoulders. That would suck. I definitely would prefer to have like full dummies and stuff. Now here's the thing, like temper your expectations because they will not do everything you want. They can't. There's no way. Housing would never be ready. if Blizzard was like, okay, we're gonna do everything the players want for launch. I just hope that it's going to be, and I feel like it's going to be a full enough plate of things that are available, and with just more to come. More to come. And I'll live with that. Will they add everything at some point? Yeah, that's the hope. So I'd say like, just keep the outcry loud and proud, but you know, don't be too obnoxious. Don't be like me. But yeah, don't be so obnoxious that, you know, you make yourself hard to listen to. Whoop. Bob, climb, stupid. There we go. I know we're not getting everything now. I just expect they keep it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Gonna take another years to get everything. Unfortunate, but true. I mean, you just need to look around. You know, just look around anywhere and be like, dude, I want that. I want that, and that, and that, and that. Right? So, like, those joints, that's possible. It's going to be a little sketch, but you can take, like, if those were, like, squares, then you can kind of fuse them together. It's not going to be totally clean. Like, this whole design here, like, that's not going to work. And I doubt they're going to give us, like, the whole arch there. that wouldn't quite work out. So the elaborateness, we can probably sort of achieve this level of detail. It would just take a ton of work to do. But here, take a look at this. Like, I think we kind of need to have something like these where you can have weapons hang off of like a big old chain, like a clothesline. But it's weapons, so it can't just be some string. You got to have like a whole freaking chain to it. Yeah, can I like get a closer look at this kind of? Here we go. Yeah, so you see how, you know, they clip a bit, but the whole point is to give the illusion of them like hanging. I think that'd be cool. Now, of course, these weapons are massive, so we're not looking to achieve this exact effect. But maybe we could, because it's like, okay, maybe we can like take the weapon and then just hang it upside down, resize it, make it really big, and then put it on this chain that can be of like the size of our choosing, right? And then this chain, it's probably longer than it looks, and it just kind of clips through. But it probably won't be perfect, so it might just be a straight line, and so maybe it'll be like straight instead of leaning like this, because this is designed pretty specifically for this angle. Yeah. Did I see the trading post on Wowhead? Wait, there's a trading post there? Already? Oh wait, it is 10 o'clock. Oh, that was the PTR stuff. No, actually, when I was looking at it, I was more so pointing out like, oh, this is one of those bait Wowhead posts where it's gonna piss people off because people are gonna see these things and they're going to expect all of it to come in for the holidays, and it won't, and then they'll get mad. So, but yeah, I took a look at it. They're kind of cool, or they're pretty cool. But yeah, no shortage of stuff, dudes. You got like these pillars that double up as furnaces that go all the way up. They don't even go against the wall. We don't even know where they lead to necessarily. I mean, they go that high, right? And if anything, it looks like it's just upside down, right? I think it is just upside down because like the way that's shaped. Yeah, that's kind of cool though. Dude, give me something like this. Give me like these conveyor belts. and especially cool if they happen to like move. Hell yeah, dude. And then you walk into the house and you're just like, oh, okay. You know. All right. Yeah, I'd love to have like this whole engineering thing with like little baby conveyor belts that are like transporting stuff around. They could just be like random nothings. You thought I was actually like, see, that's the illusion. Haha, look at that. Must have include some small table blood off floating candelabras, wheelbook carousel from Halifal, a bastion fainting couch, a manted lamppost, and an Arakoa high back a chair. Yeah, so too bad it's only launching with so many things, but I'm sure that they're trying to hold on to stuff so that way there's plenty of stuff to come in as we rotate through endeavors. So I'm expecting like a good flow of things coming in on a regular basis. Oh, that's why I fall off. That's the fast way out of here. So did I do all the bosses? Yes, I did. Let's go. I'd be interested to see in Housing Roadmap when it's legit ready. It's kind of funny, like, when they started doing roadmaps for Dragonflight, they kept redoing the roadmap every now and then, and I guess they wised up, and they're like, okay, if we're doing a yearly roadmap, we just need one roadmap. So I don't expect to see one until November, basically. November, December is when we'll see it. But I doubt it's going to be like a whole housing roadmap. It's going to, just be general, everything WoW. From from Midnight to Classic Eras to, oh my god, we're announcing Classic Plus. Here's the thing. Yeah. So, question a friend had was, if you make your house open to all and then you're offline, is your house still available to people when you're offline? Yes. Yeah, your house it's part of the persistent world. So people can just visit if you let them. So if it's open for people to defile, sure. But as for housing permissions and things like that, we have no information on that. Not that I've seen so far. If anything, what they've said in response to that has been, oh, it's something that we're looking into. We really want to do it. And, oh, he's not dead. I thought he, like, dies instantly. Yo. Okay, maybe it's a mythic thing? Okay. So persistent. Alright. Alright, video game, where to next? Spire Breaker Harness. That is Mythic Tomb of Sugaras. Alright, let's go. We know there'll be permissions in the game. Yeah, they said how they'll do it. But as for like, hey, can I edit someone else's house? That's the one where they're like, oh, we'd love to do, it's a really cool thing. And then they like take notes. Gamers really want this cool thing. Who thinks they might include furniture from reputation vendors or dungeon raid drops? I want a room filled with thrones taken from major enemies like Iron Wolf, King Yimron, and I'm sure the answer to that is yes. I'm sure they'll eventually get through with all of that. So, like, I'm going to be curious to... I know they said that when you first start housing, regardless of your progression in the game, if you're a veteran, new player, whatever, that there's going to be what they said, a generous offering of initial items to start playing with. But I'm going to be curious as to, what's going to be available, one, from legacy achievements that we've already done, quests that we've already done, and then that's followed by stuff that we can start farming for. So, for example, like, if you have a high Dark Iron reputation, cool, you can already buy some stuff from the vendors. But if you want to get like the Onyxia's head, you gotta start from scratch, kind of. Some things are available right away, or some of the requirements you can already get immediately. Other things you need to go into Molten Core and farm like a new reagent or something like that. I don't know. Making stuff up. But we don't quite know the scope yet. Tomb of Sargeras, buddy. Wait, no, don't do, I shouldn't be, well, that's leather, though. I guess I will eventually try to go for all the different appearances, not just plate. Yeah, so I'll skip Legion stuff, I suppose. Let's see, that's Dire Maul. Ugh. Okay, Dire Maul. We're going there instead. Sadness of a news post and just being class. Oh, was there a news post? Let me see. Nax. Okay. Cool. Hey, that's WoW too. It's part I don't care about, but is this a paladin shield? No, this is a shield that drops from Sepulchre of the First Ones, off of the Dreadlords. Lords of Dread. Yeah. And I'm going to Dire Maul. I'm actually very unfamiliar with Dire Maul. There's like multiple entrances and all that, and I get lost easily. Every shield is a paladin shield? Damn right. My achievement score is 52,003. Not good. God. That's... So are you ready to start really playing the game? Ready to see the scope of legacy housing? That's wild, man. That is wild. And I'm sure there's going to be like some long-term achievements that might have some housing thing linked to it. That's, you know, like the insane title or whatever, or Chandralar rep, or you know, Blood Sail Buccaneer stuff. You know, there's gonna, well, at least I'm expecting there to be like a celebration of what you've done there. And then you can sport it and be like, yo, take a look at what I got. How'd you get it? I did a thing. Oh my god, you did the thing. That's fucking crazy. I gotta get that. And then they'll be miserable trying to do it. So, Dynamo Trip. Yeah, that totally is a lot of vanilla stuff sailed over my head. Like I did some dungeons, I did some zones. I didn't do everything back in the vanilla days. And yeah, I played day one. But I like many, I'd fall into routines. So like I know there's like multiple entrances, but you know, that all that confuses me. So I hope that I eventually find whatever boss. Like whenever there's classic time walking, I'm like, I'm lost. I don't know where to go. I'll figure it out. At the insane title ground on Wrath, I don't recommend it. Yeah, a guildmate of mine, he got it, and he was doing all sorts of weird stuff, like getting help from guildmates with like block boxes and some other stuff to get that thing done. Yeah. Raid loggers are not taking advantage of all this game has to offer, or I am an obsessive compulsive completionist. I will point out and online that you are exceptional. You're an exceptional player. Maybe that's me thinking of a euphemism there, but you are the 1%. Tribute runs were not a great time, but that might just be the silly amount of times I had to do that shit. Yeah, like the few dungeons that I did included like Stratholme. I did a good number of that. But I didn't have like a guild. I was just mostly solo. Like I was dating someone at the time and we played together for a bit. But that was it. I learned something from running Dire Mall East at the end boss. I don't even know what East and West mean. Like I see like an entrance here. I'm like, okay, this seems to be it. But otherwise I don't quite know what it all means. Yeah. How the fuck do I get in? Okay, there's the thing. All right, so here's the front door. And that doesn't help me at all. Okay, that's cool. We'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Oh, there's one. Nope. I don't know what this is. Oh, here's an entrance. Let's go. Make sure to see what wing it is. I don't know. I have no idea. So here I am. Somewhere. So which one is this? This feels like east, but never knew that entrance existed. So it's east. Okay, I got that one right. And I'm going for... I don't know. I see a boss, so I'm going that way. Yeah, whenever a classic time walking comes around and I'm doing this, ooh, mercy to that team. Sorry, guys. Yeah, these dungeons were sprawling. They were designed to, you know, that whole phrase, oh, this is Blizz just trying to increase your playtime. This is peak. Because this still borrows from like the old school days of MMOs, where going through dungeons was, you know, it was an adventure. It was a multi-hour, you know, depending on what, it was a multi-hour affair. So you better have like a full bag of arrows and all that, because you're gonna run out of shit otherwise. Alright, where to next? Oh, and I'm supposed to go west. God damn it. Oh well. I'm here. Let's do it. And we're doing a roulette. Let's go. You know, that's not bad. It's bad, but it's not that bad. There's something cool about the cowl and the eye patch. It has a sort of badass look to it. But everything else clips all funny and all that, so here, like where is it? This won't help, but at least I'll change my tone. Nope, that doesn't do anything. It's too bright. It's too bright. Alright. Is there a boss this way? Nope. Actually, wait, there's stairs. Oh, there's stairs! Wait! No, go back. There's like things over there. Okay. So yeah, I want to go back that way. I think Blizzard should have interactables inside of raids and dungeons where you can select doodads and loot them for furniture, like taking the Caltri Empire tabard from Well of Eternity. I mean, you know, it's that or a boss drop. You know, same difference. Sort of. Okay, so I guess I go that path. Diamond north and west were a single instance with 2 entrances. Oh, so it's 2 entrances, not 3. Up the ramp? Oh, but then it says... Okay, what's down here then? Okay, that's nothing down there. So, why does that point up? I don't get it. Okay, so I guess I do go down? It's like I'm exploring all over again. Ah. There's a blue post about housing. Oh, that's what I want to see. I don't see a blue post. Wait, maybe it's on a forum. I do not see a post. I don't know what you're referring to, Maha. Oh, this wind is so good. Oh man, why can't this be a normal thing? Warpwood Quarter requires you to clear the entire dungeon before going after the final boss. Fun. Okay, how do I get to that guy? I guess I backtrack and go through there. No, that guy looks familiar. Wait, there's a dude here. Wait. Oh, wait, okay, so I think I need to climb up and then I fight that guy. It wasn't a blue post? Okay. Well, who was saying stuff? Or is it just like some rando? Go right, back. Stream delay does not help with the whole backseating with directions. I'm notoriously bad at it. Like, I'll look at chat like a minute later and be like, wait, right back up, huh? Okay, I'm familiar with this from time walking. Boom. So we got that guy. And then I think I can go this way. Okay, not exactly that way. Maybe I go this way. No, the other left. There is a cool now. Let's be fair. Like there is a coolness of having like these big sprawling dungeons and all that. I kind of feel like it's better as a zone because these do have a zone kind of vibe to it. But of course, people are like, I can't fly, Blizz. Wow, way to extend playtime, yada yada yada. I'm like, all right, dude, just get out of here. Repeats info on housing, but with more. Oh, so is that one of the posts from the other week? Because I don't mind more pictures. I like pictures. Do I have the foam sword toy? I should. Why is that? Foam. Yeah, I have it. I love old giant dungeons, but that can't be done anymore with Mythic Plus philosophy, obviously. Yeah, well, I'm not really thinking about the whole Mythic Plus of stuff. But it's cool to have like, kind of like these big sprawling areas. Like I thought some of you might remember in Legion, there's like in Suramar, there's lots of underground caverns. I thought those are cool vibes. I think those are neat. They're big, but not like too big and all that. But they're kind of neat to explore. I would love to have like more things like that happen. But I guess in a way, like delves are one way to cover that. Like, give me a mega delve. I don't know how that would work, but that could be neat. Okay, here's where I usually would like TP out, so I don't know where to go from here. I don't think there's a way out. Fuck. Yeah. I think I'm doomed. Oh no. Well. There's this way. The rocks behind that boss would open, but one shot makes it not open. Oh, that sucks. That's a bummer. So, rocks behind the boss. Oh, those. Okay. Well, shucks. Now I know. Oh, and then it would take me down like this. Oh, and that would take me out. Okay. Neat. Hence the foam sword. Ah, got it. So do you need to just damage him? Or can I just taunt him? And, like, would that be enough? Angelic, hey, what's up? All these pitches look cool. I wish we could at least mount up in them when we're running alone after completing once before. I think, maybe not so much with legacy stuff, but, going forward, they do have, like, these run speed boosts that we get inside, inside Undermine as well as Maniforge Omega. I think that's cool. Oh, where am I now? Ooh. Ooh, fascinating. Okay, so where's this? Okay, that's nowhere near the thing. Shit, that's full of lies. Right, let's go this way. Get him to about 25%. Okay, so you have to deal damage to him. Alright, where am I? I am in the same spot. Okay, so let's just proceed like a jackass. Straight line, baby. So this is west. Okay. This is not west. Yo, I went in here. That hella looked north to me, man. Ogres have a terrible sense of direction. You have to kill mobs near the big crystals. Oh, requirements. Thank you. Oh my god, there's so many bosses there. Sheesh. Oh, okay, so that one, Skaboosh. Alright. West is super long. Cool. Oh, wait, there's a boss over there too. So, wait, I gotta go here and then... Oh, that's over... Oh, that's above. Okay, never mind. So, that lady is later, I guess. Okay, I shouldn't be really bothering looting 6 gold out of here. At least with Warlord stuff, that's like 30. Alright, where to next? That guy. And then that guy. Okay, I must have been doing too many squats yesterday. Hold on. I gotta stretch. What are we doing in Dire Maul? I'm using an add-on called All the Things, and it's telling me to go to Dire Maul and to defeat this boss here for male gloves. Oh, I gotta. Oh, that's right. I gotta go kill all these guys so the shield goes down. I think during vanilla days, I think I've done this place like maybe once, and I was like, yo, this place took forever, and I never came back. I think that's all it was. All right. And now we do... Oh. These guys have a grudge? Did I anger them? Did I get the lock mount? No. I never got the epic lock mount. Because I didn't know how to make gold at the time. I think you needed decent gold, even for a warlock. But yeah, there are other requirements. I'm like, nah, screw it. I don't want it. So I don't think I ever got... Here, am I able to see it here? I don't think I'll be able to really show it here on, yeah. Okay, it says I got it. Never mind. No, wait, no, that's the normal one. No. Fellseed is the normal one. Dreadseed is the epic one. Okay, so I did do it. I have no memory of it, though. Oh, I think is he below me? Yeah, okay, I remember this guy from Classic Town Walking. People would just jump down and do this one real quick, and I think that's it. I think that's the dungeon. So now I don't know where to go. So how do I get to that lady? Who was up there? Like, does this elevation here lead to anything? It doesn't appear so. Oh, no. Yeah, there's... No, that's the way I came. Bugger. Okay, so we explore. We'll figure it out. So I see a path that way. And let's see where this takes me. Oh, I'm like This feels like secret level status because I don't see him. I don't see anything on the map. The lady was the first boss? Oh, yeah, I couldn't even get to her. Damn. Well, my bad. So I guess, do I need to backtrack all the way there just to see like where that is? Because now I have no idea where I'm going now. For all I know, I might end up in Battle for Azeroth at the end of this. Or it'll just take me out of the instance. Oh no. It's a door that I don't think I can open. No. Oh. Well, that's distressing. Okay. That would totally kill my time. If this is Mythic Plus. I wonder if they'll ever get around to doing that. Are they going, you know, what vanilla dungeons can they actually Mythic Plus? Can they do it? There might be a few. I can think of like maybe like some of the Scarlet stuff as Mythic Plusable. But they would have to do like some big rework. So like I don't see it for Dire Maul. Okay, maybe we can, but yeah, it would be odd too. GM Tribute runs as Mythic Plus actual skip. Okay, so I gotta go all the way back to the start. Man. Lame. Take out my anger. Night elves. I poop on you. Alright. No Shenjalar rep for me, man. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, yeah, Meridon was another place where I was consistently getting lost in. Yeah, that place is huge. Yeah, and I just didn't do enough dungeons back then. Like, I did the simple ones. I was like, okay, like, even, what's it called? Wailing Caverns. I only did that a handful of times because I'm like, oh, this is a pain. Oops, I totally passed it. I'll be like, oh, this is a pain. I don't want to do this. So I stuck to Shadowfang Keep. That thing was a blast. I can see that as a Mythic Plusable thing. I did the Scarlet stuffs. Was that it? Wait, was that really it? Were those all the dungeons I've done? Hold on. Now I gotta jog my memory. Dungeons, classic. Okay, so what dungeons did I really do? I did Ragefire a couple times. I did do oh god, it was the Meridon where you go for the queen, the big rock giant lady. So I did that one. I didn't do the other one. The other one sucked. Yeah, the part that I was talking about, I did that one quite a bit. I did Scarlet Monastery. I did Shadowfang Keep. I did Stratholme. I did some Atalhakar. And Zul'Farrak. Yeah. So those, yeah. So there's only very few dungeons that I've done, on a regular basis, semi-regular basis. So, what was it again? It was Upper and Lower Blackrock Spire. So that's a 2, 3, 4, and not even the whole thing. 5. I didn't do halls very much. 6, 7. I did 7 dungeons on a regular basis. Everything else I skipped for the most part. Yeah. Whew. Casual. Can you still gain rep with Changelar or whatever you call them? I believe so. I have no idea how to do it though. So I have no knowledge to share on that front. Oh, she's dead. Wait. Wait, when did I take her out? Oh. Did I just like walk by her and kill her? Yeah. um. You know, I got her. We're done. We're out of here. Where to? We're going to. Fuck. Oh, that's a quest thing. But it says go to Black Temple. Is there a critter around here? It's a critter. Let's go to Black Temple. Where is it? I think this will work. Oh yeah, it does work. Sorry, critter. Your sacrifice is necessary. Black Temple. Let's go. I did like Sunken Temple. That is another place that I did do not enough times to really qualify, but I did have fun in there. Long, kind of a long dungeon, but at least it was sort of straightforward. It didn't have like crazy paths and other weird shit like that. Okay, it did, but I did enjoy it. Now, I also enjoyed it when I was able to start one-pulling dungeons, and that was a place that I worked towards during TBC, where I would like pull a certain mob and then I'd drop down and then just wait, and then slowly like a whole shitload of mobs and other things would come in, and I'd farm that. That was fun. Didn't like Sunken Temple? No, I feel you. One of the worst dungeon experiences where you're like, oh man. Yeah, it wasn't until Wrath when I felt like I was able to access what the game was able to offer, because one, I was in a guild, two, they offered 10-man content. That was when the game like really changed and became like something that, oh wow, this is the world of Warcraft. Okay, there's a lot to do in this game. Apparently. And the game is much better for that. I would hate for the likes of raid content to still feel like something that you needed to get like 25 or 40 people for. Like logistically, I can't imagine how that could be like a big mainstream thing these days. A 40-man pug sounds wild. A 40-man pug is, I'll just take whoever I can get. And then we just kind of like lead back to this whole, okay, we're just going to have something like Raid Finder instead. Because trying to organize something like that, that's going to require a certain level of proactiveness in part of pug leaders to do that as like a regular thing. And that sounds cool from a social standpoint, but I think that wouldn't work out, and they knew that. Being a guild officer back in the day burned me out multiple times. Yeah, like during TBC, I was like the main helper. They called me an officer, but like no, I just wanted to help out because I happened to do top damage, and then I was tanking too. But I just wanted to, but then I was just kind of like serving, doing whatever the guild leader was asking, with trying to help with logistics and help people get attunements and blah, blah, blah. But the whole attrition of things, like we were a feeder guild back then. We would get people geared up and attuned and whatnot just in time for them to get poached by someone else because, you know, we were trying to get 25 people ready for stuff, but then other larger guilds, they were already ready. They were just looking to backfill, or they're, you know, they had a small gap, and so people were constantly leaving too, and you know, that was just a struggle. Sucked. I was a class officer and later the recruitment officer. Yeah, later I just became guild dictator, and then everyone else would like help out with tasks and stuff, and that's how it is to this day, and it's worked out mostly. I miss sprawling instances and having the knowledge base of knowing the way was fun, and that's shifted. Now it's like, okay, you got to know the route, know your route, so we can get through this thing in like 20 something minutes instead of 25. But I think that's why they also offer the whole thing with mega dungeons, but also, you know, they just split it off into 2 dungeons, and that's kind of all that is. And it's like, okay, well, not that exciting, but still, I guess, kind of a thing. Oh, I hope I have these. Somehow I doubt these are going to be used for housing stuff, but maybe... Do I auto-vendor these? I don't know if I do. But something worth paying attention to, maybe. I never want to look at World of Logs again. Oh, I can tell. Because they don't... It's not World of Logs anymore. Oh, I think I gotta mostly clear these guys out, I think. And then fine. There you are, buddy. Logs in general. I still have fun looking at them. Because, I mean, you know, I got my guild, we progress. Sometimes I gotta look at performance or just see how people did or see how I did. That's always important. I love looking at my logs even if they're bad. There's a virtue in trying to see how you did and how you want to improve. It's something else when you know, you use logs as a weapon to be like, oh, this is why you're bad, and you know, making those sorts of comparisons with people who aren't really with that. Even the mega dungeons are linear by classic comparison. Oh yeah, they're extremely linear. There's like, you know, you don't get lost in those places. Yeah, the idea of being lost in a dungeon these days. Oh, the sun's coming out now. The idea of being lost these days is, okay, I grabbed way too many packs of this, and now my count is bad or something like that. But otherwise, they're all pretty straightforward prompts. Okay, what's this about a housing post? Like, that's the second time someone mentioned a housing post, and I don't see anything. Yeah, I see a thing about the remix, 20th anniversary edition. Unless it's like a unless it's like a social media post. Ah, okay. So it was a social media post, you bastards. Wait, September 2nd? Okay, never mind. This is not new. So is there... There must have been an update. Or there might have been an update. So let me look. Dun, dun, dun. They had like 3 pictures. I'm looking for... Okay, I'm not going to remember everything. So this line is still here. Housing wars are shared across your warbands. Wait. If you have an alliance character and a horde character, both will be able to own a house and either learn from... Well... Did this change? Okay, here we go. Okay, so, okay, never mind, it's still there. This means an alliance network will always have feature alliance stuff. Okay, that hasn't changed. So, I can't tell what is new. Yeah, like that's still there. I think that's been there, right? Yeah, that's been there. I have a video of the original. I don't think I went through this article myself. Oh wait, hold on. I like the... Okay, it's a small house, but I kind of like the look of that. I still want a non-house, though. Way better. Oh well. Alright, where was I? Black Temple. Okay. I want an outhouse. Now, I was talking about this earlier. I'm like, yo, I want a spaceship or a teleport pad. That'd be sick. Or just a door. Just give me a door. That's all I need. I want a tall, skinny mage tower. What if I want like a short, pudgy mage tower? I don't think there's a problem with that. Or just have like my character's face with an open mouth, and then that's the entrance to the house. And that's it. There you go. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Ah, great. Max is out. Okay, I saw that article for classic stuff, which is cool. Yay, go classic. But yeah. Yeah, when someone pointed out, oh, there's a new article, I'm like, a new article, oh shit. Yeah, it was not what I was hoping for. I'm excited about 11.2.5. They're adding 5 more character slots to the accounts. Now I'm wondering if when Midnight launches, will they do it again, give the new race and the Demon Hunter spec, or not? I have a feeling no, they will not. I mean, it's just a spec they're adding, not a new... there is the new race class combo, but that's about it. Okay, let me see if... okay, my mailer is like totally busted. I'll have to like find a solution for that. Yeah, I unlocked some leather armor. Ooh, watch out. Oh, and the allied race, right. I'm gonna guess no, because they're already adding 5. Oh, it's possible, but don't have time to play it now that I have kids, live there. Life there is so much more you can do be done in 20 minutes or so. Stuff you can put down when you need to change a diaper. Just teach them fast, yo. Teach them fast. I wish What Up Demon Hunters were coming out with the remix. Yeah, bummer. I mostly agree. Like, I still have a bunch of characters that aren't even used for anything. I just use them for checking out the auction house on other realms. That's about it. Yeah, the whole point of the remix is to, I forgot what their words were, but they just want you to replay through the Legion experience. They don't want to add to the Legion experience by making, you know, new, even if it is like a new class, lore, whatever. Because it would feel kind of fucked up. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be kind of messed up to have evokers and then, okay, you're here, but like you don't have like the things that made Legion cool with the Order Hall and the artifact weapon and all that stuff. So I guess I think that's their take. Because otherwise, again, like if they do happen to do future Legion remixes, then they'd have to do it again for another class, and that it feels unnecessary. Like, it also feels like a cop out because they're like, oh, that's their excuse to be cheap with the development, but it's not like it's without logic. It's just, I want it this way, but it's not, and I'm mad. And yeah. Yeah, and some people do legit have a lot of those characters, but like 20 years is a lot of time to introduce the possibility of having that many characters. And it's hard to let those go too. So I do at least appreciate that they keep adding slots. But I don't think we need to add slots for every instance. Oh, okay, one new race, one new race. We gotta have 5 more slots each time. Like, how many did they add for... Did they add another 5 for War Within? Because of Earthen? I'm guessing they did. I just don't remember. You think they'll add a remix version of the Mage Tower appearance as the middle ground, so you can't earn the old ones? You can earn a new color room, at least, like with the Fellbear? I doubt they're going to add the Mage Tower as a gameplay feature in the remix, because especially as things are now, like, we'll annihilate it. So there's like, there would be very little to any gameplay mechanic to it. What I was saying earlier today was what they could possibly do is do something with a Legion meta achievement, because that's not in yet. But if they added a Legion meta and attached some, I don't know, artifact appearances to it, I think that'd be cool. Will they do it? Oh, they feel like it. So how many class combos are there? I don't know, man. More than 65. Yeah, there's an upper limit to how much data that you want to hold on to. That multiplies really fast. You gotta think, also think, you know, consider how housing is gonna be in a bit. I can't imagine like how much information that will create for Blizzard. Because you gotta have the information, and then you gotta have so many backups of that as well. Google wasn't giving you a proper answer. It was saying 350, but it looks like it was adding in gender as well. Oh, that's a lot. Whoop. Back in the day, they were super easy if you did them in the last patch of Legion. It's kind of dumb, though, but I guess if they did, people will cry about the challenge mode ones not being in Mist. But yeah, same reason. Like... How many people look at remixes of them for challenges opposed to those just looking to get all the appearances they missed? And that's the unfortunate balance that WoW has to deal with, is that people want to get the things they missed, but some of the things they missed included things that had went away. You know, seasonal stuff, that's, you know, you can't really get that stuff anymore. And then the few things that are, you know, that have those little accolades, which are the Legion, not Legion, Mob challenge modes, Warlords challenge modes, and then finally Mage Tower. Outside of all the season stuff that we have now. Sucks to suck, just be good. Yeah, I don't think that would fly so well for people. Although I have been pretty clear that I'm not very sympathetic to FOMO. To me, FOMO is not I'm immune to it. Unfortunately, I can't push that sort of behavior on people, but boy, does it feel good on this side. Feels pretty good, man. I feel pretty content. Okay, so where am I going next? I'm going to... this way. All right. Oh, not that way. I'm supposed to go here this way. See, I'm like super... See, even when doing time walking with Gil, I'm like super dependent on them on where to go. Because I'm like, I think I go this way now. And there are times where I've steered us wrong. Did not work out. So there doesn't... I don't need to surprise people with this one. I want to make a shirt. I want to make a midnight shirt. But what I want to do... This is going to be cringe. This is a cringe alert, by the way. What I want to do is make a midnight shirt, and I'm going to commission someone to do it because I have no talent to draw. I want to recreate the Midnight's album cover from Taylor Swift, but put Xalatath in front of it instead, and then make that into a shirt. Or a mug. Or both, actually. So I'm going to talk with this artist. And get some mock-ups hopefully in the next week or two, and then we'll see how that works out. So I'm slightly excited for it, feeling motivated. Hurts me because FOMO is an awful tactic and I have all the Druid Mage Tower ones, lol. I feel like FOMO is just like this, it's this kind of form of hysteria. And people try to, you know, get people in on it to try to create this phenomena of mass hysteria so that people are just going crazy. Oh my God, blah, blah, blah. When before this, they might not have cared. But it just kept getting badgered into their heads so much that it becomes a thing. I just ordered a Taylor Moon shirt the other day. That's kind of cute. That's funny. Yeah, so it's just gonna be like Xal'atath with a lighter. That's pretty much all it's gonna be. And then I'll fake like the little midnight text, but it'll just say midnights, not midnights. So I'm not busting any trademark, right? FOMO for things being sold versus unlocked through play is such a different beast. For me, it's like for me, FOMO is defined as me not going to Gamescom. I felt that. I was like, oh, that sucks. I'm glad that I was able to cover the midnight release the way that I did, because I feel like I was able to better inform folks with what's going on, because I was giving like those daily recaps. I wouldn't have been able to do that if I was there. But not being able to like be there for like more player housing tests, and because then I would have went that angle instead. I would have just sat in one of them streamer rooms or whatever and streamed with you guys, and I would just be answering questions and get all the information that I could possibly get out of, learn everything I can. And then master the controls so I can like lord that over people. Be like, oh, look how much of a pro I am at player housing. Unlike you plebs. But to me that's the fear. Because there's, a kind of work, career, financial incentive to it. But this is a video game. I don't, something could happen and the game could shut down. And not everyone's going to be mentally prepared to handle that. All the work that you put into, 20 years of your life that you put into this game, gone. Someday. How do you handle that? So, let's see. The joy of missing out is the emotionally intelligent antidote to FOMO. It focuses on being present and content with where you are in life rather than feeling guilty about missing out on what others are doing. JOMO can be considered the opposite of FOMO. That's kind of a... I forgot to talk to the dude. That's a cool take. Yeah, I always forget to talk to the damn dude. And someone else always does it when we're doing it in guild. FOMO keeps you sub and keeps executives able to buy their yearly new Lamborghinis. Oh, you gotta step it up. You gotta buy some yachts, baby. I wonder who. You're like the hidden backbone of this guild. Mechanics, all right, we've reached phase 2 of the thing. All right, just listen for more. For the bombs. Oh, man. Put on private servers around 6 years, and I lost all the progress. I wonder what would happen for a while to shut down. Yeah, it would be devastating for people. It's like you're saying goodbye to a family member, or like a big, you're saying goodbye to a big part of your life. And it would be one of those really heavy reminders that you don't own this, right? But you do own the thing, you do own the experiences and everything that you've had in them. No one can take those away from you. To me, those are more valuable than like, the top parses and all that stuff. You ran it so much I could do it. Oh, okay. I did not. I've done this I was blessed. Like I was able to get the what would I want from here most? Bulwark of Azeroth. That was the one thing I wanted most. I got that pretty early. So I got that oh God, years and years ago. I couldn't. Was there an achievement for it? Nope. There ain't. But yeah, I got it pretty quick. So I didn't need to really worry about coming here very much. If I ever get dementia, I hope my WoW glory days is all I remember. Oh, that sounds so sad. And cool. Well, it'd be cool for you, but it'd be sad for people who are looking from the outside in. Anyway, that's very depressing. I don't want to talk about that. Had my account since early 2005. When it's gone, I'll be sad, but when it's gone. When it's gone, it's gone. There are more important things in life. Yeah. You just move on to the next thing that makes you happy. That's all. There will never be another WoW. I don't think. You know, there are some big games out there, like, yeah, but this is ours, you know, and no one can take that away. All right, we got to go through all the phases. Boop. Oh yeah, there's like gaming phenomena that's been flying right by me. But you know, that's theirs. That's theirs to own. And some people chase that. They want to be part of, you know, people love being part of the really big thing. This is my big thing, and I've just never left. You know, but then other people will like jump to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. That's a journey. And that's what they decided to do for themselves. Yeah, not with the way the internet is now. Yeah. So it was kind of a fun. It was kind of it still is actually. It's still kind of a fun journey of discovery, going through Borderlands 4. Because there are, you know, it's a loot shooter. For those who aren't familiar, it's a loot shooter. You just want to find time to, you farm up the cool weapons and you make up like the coolest power fantasy you can make by combining different weapons to achieve synergies and different combos and all that stuff. And so there's no shortage of videos that try to highlight, ooh, check this out, check this out, check this out. Here's a cool combo. Here's a big thing. And, you know, people are making their money out of it, and there's lots of content being made for it. But eventually that ends, you know, and eventually you have like the full database that just has all the collated information, and then you just look it up real quick, and then you know the answer, and like that's it. So that whole journey of discovery, like, it doesn't last very long, but it's something that people get high off that. You know, people get a lot of joy out of going through that journey, and then of course, you know, once that ends, then it becomes very, very routine very fast. So let's see. It would take Star Citizen levels of fun and even more time. No, I feel like today's internet and social media and stuff, the whole infrastructure just ruins it. It just ruins it. Like, one of the big things I think, actually, hold on. Like, one of the biggest things that was going for WoW at the time, during its time, was there weren't a lot of ways for people to easily communicate with each other outside of World of Warcraft. Like, I know, and I'm sure a lot of folks shared this sentiment at the time, when you wanted to talk with a bunch of people, you just logged onto WoW because that's where all your friends were. And y'all were just talking and chatting. And you were running circles around Stormwind, Orgrimmar, Ironforge, wherever, and just chatting with folks, because that's where you chatted. There wasn't any other like big social platform at the time. WoW was the social platform. You can't get that back anymore. because now you have like Discord channels and social media places and subreddits and all that stuff. It's been fragmented, and at the time, it was not. You had WoW and you had forums, general discussion, realm forums if you wanted to get a little bit more specific. That was about it. And I think that more than anything, the lack of infrastructure is what made what made WoW feel magical in that sense. More than any one thing. I think that's the biggest one. Like, if they put $1 billion into a game, into another MMO, it would need to be a different sort of cool. But the whole intercommunication between players, like, it wouldn't be that. I think of I watch a lot of different kinds of anime, and there's and read lots of manga that have to do with, like, okay, you have these people who participate in this massive game that has so many players and blah 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 blah, and they try to talk as if knowledge can actually be kept from each other. But these days, in today's internet, when you have knowledge that no one else has, you monetize that by just making yourself public and being the first person to get the scoop. In anime, you know, in these anime or manga that I look at, people hold on to that information, and then they sell that information as like a data broker or an information broker to other interested people, but they don't make it public. That sort of mindset doesn't seem to be a thing in today's internet. People want to share, and they want the credit more than just having the information. They take more value in being the first person to reveal that information, even if it means that information no longer is like all that valuable, because now everyone knows, and maybe you'll be remembered as the person who broke that story or who revealed the information. So it's kind of interesting how people treat stuff like this. So anyway, I'm done there. Where am I going next? Siege of Orgrimmar. Fuck. It's just, man, this is let's go. Let's go. Panda Land. So I guess I didn't buy all the Transmog stuff from the Mop remix. I guess I just mostly focused on plate stuff. Now, how will I do with the Legion remix? I wonder. Because once housing becomes a thing, the remix will be behind me. Beyond whatever the vendor sells, I'll be like, all right, remix, thank you for your service. Peace out, buddy. How are we doing today? Doing good. Doing good. I'm like sore though. Ugh. I've been trying to stretch my legs out, but I guess they're feeling a little bit tired today. I'm going to tough it out. I got another like 50 minutes. Had Talk City, was nice, and then wow, I met so many people, and one has his birthday today, and so he's now 41, makes me feel so old. But you're only like, what, 25, 26? Crazy. You're not old. I feel as young as I did when I first started playing this game. The difference is I can't stay up that late. Nah, I feel hell old sometimes, but it's all good. It's all good. All right, so I said Heroic Siege, right? Heroic Siege. I haven't been here since the remix. Let's go. Yeah, I gotta take a look at the loot tables here. Like, I wonder, am I actually getting new stuff? Wait, this is... Okay, heroic. Heroic. Spoils. Ugh. And their wrists, of all things. Sheesh. Can't stay awake playing until I fall asleep at the keyboard either. Yeah. Yeah, the not so secret to avoid burnout in this game is to just not play it as much. Don't play it as much. It's kind of crazy. It's funny because just because people there saying for raid and for souls. Yeah, I know. I know, it sucks for them. People are, you know, people are falling asleep. They're struggling. It's like the last hour of the raid now. I'm like, come on, guys. Come on. And they're like, yo, dude. Do you know what time it is? I'm like, yeah, I know what time it is. Game time, baby. Woo! Yeah, that don't work. But at a guildmate in California, they would do our Sunday raids, then go watch football. Nice. That I don't think I'd be able to do that. Weekend raiding? Oh man. I tried doing that way back during Lich King days, I think. Where we would do our pugs. You know, someone else would host the pug. I would be there to help tank. But people would do that. I'm like, oh, it didn't take long for me to be like, I want more of the data myself. This boss was done after only like a couple rounds. Set a bit longer to finish the weekly on my warrior. Join the random plus ages, just blast the tree until chill to complete the weekly. Ran into a 520 Vengeance Demon Hunter. Poor guy would leap into a pack of 3 mobs and instantly get the what the? And y'all let him in? Died 10 times in the first 2 pulls in Priory. I was face tanking his fairy. He would come back and taunt, proceed to die, and repeat the whole thing until his armor turned red. Wow. Sheesh. That's something. Like, I definitely don't mind ending early, but I think for the most part the raid tends to see the momentum and be like, okay, I think, you know, when they see like, okay, we're at like 10% for this boss, I think Soul's gonna make us stay like the full duration or do like 1 or 2 extra pulls. But like some folks, like I know that they get sleepy, and I'd rather have them dip than to underperform and hold us back otherwise. Or I'll just tell them, you know, step out. But I haven't asked anyone to step out this raid, which is good. I prefer that. I think this boss is like Saldahar is like, this is the first one that I really needed to like sit down and learn. The other one's not so much. Maybe that Araz dude with the whole pillar thing that took a little figuring out, but that wasn't so bad. Okay, so not collected. Not okay, so yeah, there were I did just focus on plate. Turn them off remix. You believe in the last poll? Oh, me too, dude. There are many last polls with the kill that we've done. Yeah, DPS has been pretty solid. Someone comes through. Or, you know, a number of people come through. Like, between last season and this season, you know, we lost Dai and Oinky. But then people just stepped up. That's it. We didn't need them. But yeah, it wasn't so bad. My only gripe right now is like, dude, there's still gear that I want. And usually by now I have all the pieces that I really want to have. So this has been a somewhat unique tier. But thankfully I've been okay. I've been able to still maintain aggro. I've been alright. We'll feel the loss on the alt. Oh yeah, the alt runs are going to be like reprogression. That feels like the term. Reprogression is going to be kind of rough. Creator will probably lend a big hand with the deeps there. I mean, he has been. But we'll see how it goes like afterwards. You know, once the Warlocks decide to switch specs, then it's going to be like, oh, this is going to kind of suck now. I'll probably, you know, if I get the opportunity, I'll probably keep going with the augmentation evoker. I think that's the only thing that I've been having like some fun with. Like Hunter, not so much. Well, Hunter and Frostmage, they're okay. But I've been having more fun with augmentation than anything. All right, let's begin this thing. RP done. Oh, no, I was waiting for the RP to go through. He just said, speak to me when... Dub. So. Wait, someone's pulling DPS numbers as a non-DPS? Wait, what? You got a prop paladin ready for your alt runs? Nice. And I'm still gonna be on the paladin because I want to finish getting Transmog and stupid boots. You've been wanting to tank for a while? Tanking's fun. Well, for me, tanking's fun because it's very chill. There's a certain joy with seeing the consequences of your actions as the tank. It's like, oh, this matters. Oh boy, so I got everyone killed. Shit. Oh, missed the sun. Everyone died. Oh boy. So, you know, I was talking about this the other day, or yesterday, I think. I was talking about keys, and y'all know I'm not a very experienced key person. But I see a lot of gripe about routes and how, you know, it feels like there's a lot of responsibility for the tank to know the route. And especially yesterday, when I was doing keys with the guild, you know, there was a lot of like kind of guesswork as to like, okay, this pack or this thing will give us like, you know, 0.7% as opposed to this one. This will only give us 0.5. So don't pull that pack, pull this pack instead. And I feel like the idea of count needs to be rethought, like hard, because that shit's confusing. And the only way to really know, you know, and with Mythic Plus as it is, the only way to really navigate through that is to use prior knowledge and or add-ons to help you navigate through all that. And I think that's lame. I don't think that's a good approach. Because you are very dependent on add-ons in order to figure stuff. Oh shit! I need my Argent dude. I didn't sell stuff. I don't even think I have room to sell stuff. Oh, but what I'm thinking is like they gotta redo the dungeons and make it so that they look at like mob placement and stuff, and they stop counting individual mobs as like, you know, okay, this mob is worth this much percentage, this mob is worth this much percent. I think they should just count like the whole pack as a single unit of measurement, and then kind of balance, and then start balancing around that. That feels like it would be easier, so that at a glance we'll be able to see, okay, that pack, that's worth 1 pull. That pack is worth 1 pull. That really big dude is worth 1 pull, right? So everything has like this value of 1, and in that way, we'll be able to like easily tell just with our eyeballs where we're at. I'm like, oh, we need like a couple more pulls because we need 3 more. So get those 3 that are over there, or get that one instead because that's easier. Get that one there because we have the kicks for it, and blah 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 blah. That, I don't know. I'm obviously not speaking from experience, but I feel like that's like a better way to go. This is all trash. Yeah. No. Unless it's like super rare. Yeah, these ain't gonna go for nothing. No. Really? I'll go for a grand? Okay, I'll hold on to that, I guess. But not no freaking ring or whatever. I'm not a Mythic Plus person, but that seems like something that should be standardized for any normal mob. But that's why I'm thinking it shouldn't be based on like the individual mob, because then you're because you can't tell at a glance. Again, I think they should just count by the number of pulls, but by the number of packs, I'm sorry. I think that's easier. So it's like if you're going down a path and then you see 2 packs, you can just see, okay, that's 2 packs. We can skip 1 because that, and, you know, and go for that one. That's easier. Or we'll get both because that will be easier too. So, you know, routing will still happen. It's just going to be easier. It'll just be easier to do because you're not second guessing. Oh, get that pack because that's worth more count than the other one. Or, you know, and yeah. So that's how I post a more on rails idea where you get some where you get sent each mob pack with the dragon riding race arrows. Yeah, like I've been in conversations with other folks on other Discord channels talking about that, and people, you know, they'll talk about having the routes be built into the game, which is like, okay, that's one approach, but I think first and foremost, I think the idea of count needs to be changed first. I think if they look at that first, then they can balance packs around that. And then you don't need, I mean, people will make an add-on anyway, but you'll, ooh, hold on. That was my bedroom door. Just made the door just slammed all of a sudden. I was like, oh shit, what was that? Crazy. Windy today. It's wild. But anyway, yeah, the whole thing on routes, like I said, like it can still be around. I just think it'll be a lot easier if count was more simplified. Just sending that to a raw mob count percentage and removing minor mobs will go along. Yeah, we don't need minor mobs. Or if anything, you know, change those to be like deadlier, and then they count as a pack. You know, so just having a very binary, you know, do 20 pulls, you know, or do 20 packs in an instance, and that will fulfill your count obligation thing. And why can't I click this? Am I in, it's because I'm in combat? Oh well, I'll kill everything first. Kill first, ask questions later. Yeah, I think that'd go a long way. You know, make each pack feel like it's worth something. That's it. You know, and you can still differentiate the packs. Like if there are like two that are different from each other and you don't want to get both, then gamers are going to choose, okay, get that one because that one's just easier, or get that other one because, okay, that one has a bunch of casters and we don't have a lot of kicks. This one we do. We can handle this better, blah, 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 blah. So, or get both, you know, and then we can skip something else later on. But I think Tal has a good idea too. I mean, he's way more experienced than I am on it, but count first. I don't see the sense. You can't or don't pull individual mobs in Mythic Plus, and they don't usually exist to begin with. You always pull 1 to 2 packs together, so it doesn't matter if each move counts as 1% or the 5 counts, or the 5 pack counts as 5%. It's the same either way. I think the difference is that, like, if you go what, the difference though is before you figure that out, you're counting the percentages and you're doing this and that. This takes all the guesswork out. This takes all the guesswork out. So you always know that each pack is worth the same thing. So you're still coming to the same conclusion, Zarkon. It's just that you don't need external measurements to figure that out. You just know already. That's the whole point. So same thing, different, same thing, but you don't need add-ons for it. That's okay. I was obscuring it. Smooth. Yeah. Because I mean, that's the whole thing that we're trying to do, right? We're trying to reduce the need for add-ons. We're trying to make it a bit more friendly for players to see with like the in-game UI how stuff works. So that way the learning experience of like, you know, the routing, the count and all that is more accessible. And then what's left is the execution on stuff. So none of that changes. Oh, I'm still missing one. See, you son of a bitch. I thought I clicked on it and then that counted as it. Okay, so there we go. Maybe I'll talk about that in the weekly. And I'll just open myself up to the criticism. You can't say anything because you don't have a 3K IO score. But I think that's the point. I think that makes me very qualified to talk about that because I don't know. Like, you know, it'd be way easier if this and this and this. So I don't need to use some freaking routing thingamajigger to tell me what pack is worth what. So you're the ones that are out of touch, not me. All right. I should be able to get through this by the end of stream, right? Right. It's also about mobs having a percentile value that is not shown in game. One mob that's counted down as a flat 1 is infinitely easier to see than this pack is worth 2.6. Yeah, it's confusing. So, I mean, the consequence of that is going to be there are going to be probably fewer trash packs, period. Knowing that each one needs to count for a certain thing. And you know, the packs might be a little bit more unique. Like there's going to be more of those like okay, here's like a small pack of like, you know, some melee and casters and stuff, but then here's like 2 big guys here as well. Yeah, so the variety of how those packs are going to be shaped, that's going to be flattened some. Or it's going to be a bit more standardized, as opposed to, oh, here's some random trash that's worth like almost nothing, but just enough to mean something. So yeah. But yeah, people are still going to pull like multiple things. That's fine. Juan, thank you for Mythic Plus to not involve watching a 20-minute guide before every dungeon. Yeah, I would like that too. Now, even if this idea of ours goes through, there's still going to be like guides that talk about, okay, this pack just sucks. You know, avoid this pack, try to skip it, go for this other pack instead. Yeah, that's still going to happen. But the whole, the very minute movements and pack pulls, or you got to get this one but not that one, that's irritating. That's just really, I find that very obnoxious. Like if I see 3 packs, I want it to be worth, you know, 3%, or, you know, I want it to be worth 3 packs towards this goal, not, you know, 7.2%, where I gotta finagle with that something percentage. It's annoying. Yeah, that could be a thing to talk about for the weekly. So, a little bit more Legion remix stuff, talking about dates, and then some Mythic Plus stuff. Because now that I've done keys, now that I started doing keys, I have things to say. I am a pro. I have almost 1,000 score. Actually, no, I think I got over 1,000. Whatever. Super pro. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's funny. Like I fan of shields a whole bunch of those things. Let's go. Tankular problems that we keep bouncing between can't really be solved. They're just harder roles to say and nothing of the social responsibility. They are tougher. Oh yeah, that's right. This one takes a while to come down. Like the those problems are social, 100%. Because when I do keys, who do I have? A helper. Someone to just tell me where to go. That's it. That's all you need. And then we work together and, you know, do the shit. But then people aren't interested in social solutions. They want the game to fix it for them. So, I mean, like let's repeat what people are asking for. People are asking for routes to automatically be like written for folks in game. You know, so to take away that much more communication, like that's weird to me. People asking for solo queue Mythic Plus as well to me. I don't know. It's kind of like solo queue PvP. Like, you sure you want that? You know, you think you do, but you don't. Like here, like you want it. Here are the consequences. Like people wanted to abandon keys, and we warned them. You know, there's gonna be some weird ass behavior that's gonna come out of it, right? And there is. It's very weird. Ready. I got 19 minutes. I should be okay. There's just a lot of walking now. Oh, you know, trash gold isn't that bad either. Yeah. So let's you guys. Let's see how many of these guys follow me all the way. I suddenly got a flash of horrific vision vibes. Like, I don't think, will the Demolishers follow me? No. I guess we'll see who does follow me. Oh, okay. Demolishers are trying to hit me. Alright, yeah, let's see who ends up following me all the way. $45 gold. Ooh, big money. Oh, they're just spinning. That's kind of amusing. Okay, so any others? No? I'm out of combat. I guess those demos don't follow you. Is there some trick to make ethereal gates show up in Dells, or pure? It's just RNG. Yeah. Real question is really, where's the line between handheld and not requiring outside resources? Ooh, I'm floating. To me, it's the difference between, you know, how much coordination is needed between players. You know, so people have been saying it's kind of funny. I don't know what the Venn diagram is on this, but you have some players who are like, "Yo, we need to get rid of like our dependence on add-ons and blah 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 blah. Hey, we need something to automatically give us a route. You know, once we assign it or something like that. You know, give us an auto routing solution, Blizz." But the question is kind of like, it's mostly about communication. That's what a lot of a lot of this hand holding is suggesting, is that you don't need communication, just have the game fix it for us by giving us the solution, so that way we don't have to tell each other what the solution is. You know, that's the basis for like a lot of add-ons, like encounter add-ons that will tell you, okay, here's where to go, here's what to do. To a certain extent, they're very valuable. It's like, you know, okay, timers are I feel like it's a big thing, and that's something that they are introducing. But as for like telling you what to do, where to go, is Blizzard's version of boss mods going to give us that? It's going to give us some. It's going to give us like some light warnings, I'm sure, kind of like what they have now. They just say, "Oh, watch out for something," but they won't exactly tell you, "Go to this location and get ready for a tank swap or something." They don't give that much. They still want you to figure stuff out and then start remembering things. Some of it is pretty organic. It's like, oh, you have a tank debuff on you. You probably should have the other tank hold on to it for the next 30 or so seconds when the debuff falls off, because in the meantime you're taking 500% extra physical damage, which is all you, buddy. You know, some of it is that easy. Other things not so much, like, oh, you got to go to this location here for that. Like, I think for the Fractalus fight, in game you're kind of told what to do, I think. You know, and it's also communicated with like symbols and circles and stuff like that. Okay, anyway, not that way, this way. Oh wait, this is where we went to for I think there was a Shadowlands. No, this is not where we were. I remember there was a quest in BFA where we went to parts of Siege that apparently were still being used. Like, ooh, fascinating. Danger limit for his walls has 2 indicators and people still don't see it. No, I was thinking of the when you are assigned to break walls. I forget if there was like an overhead like emote that tells you something. Like, hey, do something. Oh, I can't click the gear. No. Interact key. Wait, I don't. Oh, it is working. Okay, cool. Oh man, only 10 minutes left. Oh, go faster. There's a black orb over your head that has trails towards the back. Okay. Yeah, I remember that part. I'm just trying to remember if there was actual text that will tell you, hey, you gotta break stuff, yo. But yeah, otherwise it's a very boring fight for tanks. There's not a lot we're doing. But that's okay. Sometimes there have been other fights where we're doing like, yeah, a good bit of work. I'm cool with that. And then Saldahar, that one's pretty busy too. I hope these ideas of ours work though. I should have spent some time after the raid while the floor was still clear to like look at markers and like see what I want to do there. Oh well. All right, let's go. I know some people were really irritated by this fight. I liked it a lot. It felt good doing it. Because like the two teams would race. And I guess I liked it because I think I always won. Which made it good. If I always lost, then I probably would not like this fight. requirements and all that. But I think tanking overall just felt mostly good in this expansion because of Vengeance. Mythic Zaldahar? Yeah. No. Yeah, like what Mort's saying. You're on the same. Oh yeah, that's right. Other side. You choose your server. So if you want to be in, you know, so just like with the mob remix, you'll still be in with like your guild and everything. If you want to. You know, just make a character. That's it. Nice and easy. I feel like a goofball. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. The other side. Got all of them? That's most of them. Not quite all of them. Still not bad. Come on. There we go. We're right now. So no, I just need to clear up some more stuff. We have like tunes that are like years and years and years inactive. I just haven't gotten around to. I did some cleaning up the other month, but there's still a lot to do. So that's me. I got to do some housekeeping. This way. Heroic? Yeah. We're an AOTC guild. We don't do mythic stuff. Oh, I'm still way off. Shoot. My count is bad. God. If only this thing routed me to everything I needed to do in order. Oh. Hello. No wonder. I missed a huge one. Okay, doing this when it's low level like this is obnoxious. I'm doing like dozens more clicks than I should have to in legacy stuff, but no. No, what I really want them to do, man, I want them to make it so your BattleNet account or WoW account counts as one person. That would help so much. That would help so much. Wait, did I hit the lever? No. I'm new here, so you know, yeah. But yeah, I would love for it to be that, because like, let's see, /played or no /guild info. So 956 players, 282 accounts. So if that were the case, so if they did that, then we would only have 282 guild slots actually taken up. That'd be easy. That would make, you know, that'd be really cool. I'd love for that to be a thing someday. And Okay, I didn't want to open you anyway. Screw you. Yeah, that would take it down considerably. You know, and it'd be cool. Like, imagine, like, if I can, you know, open up the guild thing and then I'd mouse over. And if I wanted to, you know, maybe I can obscure it if need be. But I'd be able to. Ooh, I'm going to. I could right click and just be like view alts, and then I can see all of this character's alts. That's it. That'd be hella cool. What do you mean one person? Instead of you know how there's like 1,000 spaces for your guild, I would want them to make your WoW account count as one person. So if you have multiple alts in the guild, you still count as just one person. Because it's not like you can be logged on to multiple people at the same time anyway, so you might as well just count for one, right? That's my logic. And my logic is right. so let's do it, Plez. You're also probably gonna tell them good to see there's still AOTC guilds out there. Makes me feel, oh, dude, there's still people that are probably progressing normal as well. Yeah, so don't sweat it, man. Yeah, WoW is WoW is wide enough for everybody. Yeah, so if you're still progressing, it's all good. Yeah, so far this raid has not no boss in this raid so far has survived a full day of progression. Yet. I think we had that during other raids we've had that. But not this season so far. Flag one character's main and list all the others on the drop down under the main. I mean, your main is technically the one who's online. Right? That's all. And now maybe you can have one flag, but I don't know what kind of, I don't know what that would do aside from, okay, I don't know what that would do. But for the most part, whoever's online is the main for the purpose of identifying, okay, that character's on. I'm sure there's a lot of back-end infrastructure stuff that's involved with that, though. So it's not like, you know, write a line of code and like that's it. But it would go a long way. It would go a very long way towards letting people like enjoy their alts in the guild of their choice if they have like a main thing. And I don't really buy into the workaround of, oh, well, why don't you just make a satellite community thing? No, that sucks. I'm not fond of that. And same thing goes for communities. Like, just have one person, just have, you know, multiple alts count as one person. Nice and easy. Wow, I am over on, you know, I'm going to finish. I'll stay on until I finish this place. I think having the battle account be what counts as a slot for the guild member count makes sense as long as you can still put alts in other... Oh yeah, of course you can put alts in other guilds. Yeah, why not? It's just that if you happen to have alts, they just all count as one person anyway. And I think it should count a WoW account, not a Battle.net account, because you can technically log on to multiple... you can log on to multiple WoW accounts at the same time. So I think it could be a WoW account level sort of thing. Next raid now will be the first full night of progression on Salvador. We got it down to 20% and killed the dragon on damage amp last night a few times, so she killed this week. Oh, nice. Yeah, our DPS is not that high. It is not that high. We get them down to what, 50% or something like that? Yeah. So for us, it might be like way too long of a fight. Hopefully with the 3% boost, that will help us out. But more than anything, just we just need to do a little bit better at mastering the first phase so people stay up and all that. Having more throughput would help, though. I mean, I did score myself. What did I make? Helmets. Yeah, this is. I was able to get this to 720 ahead of schedule a little bit, so I got a little bit more oomph. Just a little bit. Is that it? Yay. But yeah, I'd say for privacy reasons, if people want to not identify their alt as someone who is just, if they don't want to identify their character as just like the alt of like some other character, you know, I think there should be a privacy thing for that too. I think that's fine. Maybe it should be like that by default, right? And then people can choose to link their alts and make them visible. So it'd be an opt-in thing. Did a couple of pulls while lesson on the first phase to get it down better. Well, I mean, it doesn't shorten the phase, so that doesn't really help us much. But we also raid kind of blind too. So a lot of our pulls are like, so what the fuck was this? How does this work? So. Yeah, it took me a while for me to realize, oh, one of the changes to Heroic is that I'm actually just getting one shot by these mechanics. Okay, I thought it just behaved differently. So. Still fun though. Maybe I'll play it safe and get like Vantis rings for tonight too. I'm sure the guild will be like, what? We don't need that. But we'll use them for Dementia so we can kill both bosses tonight. Two players who check ahead of time. Got it. I'm sure there are people who do know the fights already, but I just tell them to shut up, or they know to not say anything. They'll just perform well and otherwise don't contribute to the strategy part of it. So I appreciate that, if anything else. And 1 and 2. There we go. Boom. Boom. Oh, too fast. Shit. Okay. Not so bad. Boom. 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 And boom. Yay! I have a few people I'm fairly sure are progging with us on alts. I mean, as long as they're on the same character, it's all good. They're mains to me. Coward needs to stop dying. Yeah, I think if we get some of the routine together, and then especially during that last phase, because I mean we've seen the fight now. We know what to do, and I think we just need to go over like the strat during the last phase. Like, yo, these people need to go here first. They have this many seconds to do it. This other side of people, they need to go here. And that's probably it. I don't think it'll be. I think once people get used to that, it won't be so bad. It's just a question of, can they move their little legs fast enough? Christ, man. Ugh. All right. Let's see. Come on, Garrosh. I'm like 7 minutes over time thanks to spoils. And this RP. Holy moly. Yeah, I'm not going to do the whole mailbox thing today. Maybe I'll hold on to the mailbox and just let it sit there for a while. Do a nice big transmog collecty thing. Boop. We good yet? No. Whee. It's like fighting a Diablo boss. When you're like just farming for the loot real quick, you're like, yo, come on. Gotta get rid of this immunity phase. Alright. Yay, 18 gold. Did my stream crash? Well, did it? Shoot. Hope not. I'll feel bad. Nope, looks like it's fine. Oh, Twitch just acted funny? Okay. Then it's just not saying much, so. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 14, 16 items? Wait. Since when is this a thing where you get this many items? I thought it's so. Okay, whatever. I didn't realize that the mailboxes got a little bit bigger. Yeah. It's still 12. Oh well. I guess the postmaster's just special. I suppose. He gets. So it's only postmaster. I never realized that. Yeah. I never paid attention to that. Oh well. Alright, so let's see, today's Thursday. Yeah, so there's going to be a bit to talk about. So you can expect a weekly from me on Saturday, where we'll be talking about stuff. It'll be fun. I'll have some wacky ideas to introduce with the whole Mythic Plus thing. We'll see what folks think of that take. Because I think there's a certain value in that, coming from someone who doesn't have the experience, who's like, hey, you know, this would be easier if yada yada yada. So we'll see what people think of that, along with like you know, the date predictions, what's coming for the remix, and so on and so forth. So off I go. You guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see y'all for the next thing, and until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, stay breezy.